What's up, everyone? This is your host, Ghost, coming to you live with another wonderful video. How's everyone doing today? Happy 4th of July to all. Hope you guys will enjoy yourselves today and celebrate it as Americans in the greatest country in the world. Um, yeah. I apologize for no notice about the video about no show in the morning or anything like that. I I was and I still am actually sick. And I woke up feeling like crap, so I just didn't do it at all today. I couldn't even manage to do a. I didn't wake up actually. I worked late last night, and by the time I got home, I felt like crap. So, um, I don't know what it was, and maybe because it was a little hot where I live and got a little heat exhaustion. I don't know. And I was pretty feeling pretty crappy for most of the day, and then I felt better. Maybe a couple hours ago. I was like, all right, I'm well enough. I think I'm gonna do a show. I really want to make sure to do a show today. Um, and this is what I was planning to do, anyways. So didn't end up hurting at all. But yeah, that's what happened. So yeah. So again, apologize for not shooting a message at all on X or anything. I just felt like crap, and I passed right out when I got home. Anyways, so we're gonna go over the debate between the Crucible, Andrew Wilson, and Based Oracle. And this particular debate happened on the Raging Tomato. Uh, Her name's Sarah. She's moderated this debate. Yeah, the name of it was Andrew Wilson versus Based Oracle. Andrew is a liar and a grifter. So yeah, it's a strange debate because there was really no. The guy based article didn't really have anything. He just said a bunch of shit, and it wasn't. I don't know, good. Like he just said a bunch of crap, and there wasn't any substance to what he was saying, in my opinion. And in all fairness, Andrew got a little emotional and probably was being a little difficult. Than he needed to be, but it's nothing really, too egregious in my opinion, considering that this guy said a bunch of shit and didn't have any proof to back up anything he said, as we'll see in the video. If you can tell, I have a huge bias. I am on Andrew's side the entire time. It's my giant bias. I will try to be fair when critiquing this, but I'll probably fail, and that's okay. But anyways, so let's get on to it. And yeah. My original plan was going to do this interview or do this review reaction on this, and then I was going to pop over to Based Oracle's channel and watch his himself proclaim victory over it. Which I don't understand how you can when he didn't do anything. And then I saw the video was like 3 hours long. And I'm assuming this guy doesn't have any timestamps, so I don't really see. And I also like why do I need to go over to the guy's channel, to Based Oracle's channel, and see and try and combat any lies he says? Anyone with any can come and watch this debate live, or not live, but rewatch this debate and realize that he's full of shit. So, all right. So let's get started and let's check out this video. All right, so this is just beginning. Now, as my tradition is, 1.5 speed with captions on, and hopefully that will help with anything. Although I don't think the captions are going to be great because my face is fucking covering them. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And yeah. All right, hold on. Let's see if I can. See, why can't you choose where it is? Why can't you choose? Hey, put it on the right side. Should be paused. All right. Anyways, let's see.
And then Yeah, so we all agreed to a full 2 hours here for the debate, and then what we'll go into afterwards is if they both agree to go any further for 30 minutes or 60 minutes afterwards. So long as they both agree, we'll keep going as long as it's hot and heavy and it's fun. Outside of that, I don't believe any other questions have come to me from either of them. So what we'll do is we'll start, since Based Oracle is the challenger here, he will start with his opening statement. Andrew will follow. They get 4 minutes apiece, and then we'll swap at the end as far as closing statements are concerned. Gentlemen, any questions to you?
Nope, good.
Okay, well then I will put us in here, and then Based Oracle to you.
All right, good evening, and thank you to my opponent, Andrew, for showing up today. And opening statement, all right. Andrew Wilson is a liar and a grifter, like the majority of...
All right, so that's how it starts, is, he's doing his opening statement. He says, Andrew Wilson is a liar and a grifter, and, if you're going to make these claims, and that's what this debate's about, hopefully you have the evidence to back anything you say up. And we'll see if he does that.
The content creation space. One moment he claims that the Crucible is fighting back against degeneracy and converting content creators to Christianity. The next moment, when faced with criticism for the degeneracy that he promotes, he regresses to, I'm just an entertainer.
I would just like to know, what degeneracy does Wilson promote? What degeneracy does Andrew Wilson promote? I'd really like to know. Because I hear this critique all the time. He's like, he promotes degeneracy. He's whatever. But what does he promote? The degeneracy that he promotes, like, is this guy like Right Corner or RC or whatever the guy's name, who says that by merely going on like whatever, or having OnlyFans chicks on your channel and linking their Instagram in the bio, or being in a place where someone else links their Instagram, or going to actually where the where the degeneracy is and debating them there, that means he's promoting degeneracy? I don't understand that.
Tainer bro. Andrew is widely regarded as a great debater, yet fails to debate in good faith on a regular basis, habitually committing bad faith, dirty debate practice. It's all about the optical.
It's always this, good faith, bad faith stuff. I always hear this, and I don't really think anyone who uses the terms, for the most part, doesn't even know what the fucking answer, what they're saying. It's like whenever they end up losing, they just say, "Oh, you're just being bad faith." That's what I always hear. So I guess I'll look up the definition, really. So what is a bad faith argument? A bad faith argument is a position that can be factually disproved, yet is yet its proponent continues to adhere to it. If the individual knows they are being dishonest or unfair with their position, it's bad faith argument. A good faith argument is an honest position when an individual is open to discussing their position and adapting it when presented with facts that disprove their original claim. The position is a good faith argument. So that's the difference between bad faith and good faith. So I think whenever anyone says bad faith, they just assume what bad faith means is you're not being nice. You may throw some jabs here and there, insult someone, but doesn't look like that's what the actual meaning of a bad faith argument is. Bad faith argument is, one that's factually disproved, but you continue with it, and you even know you're being dishonest and unfair with your position. Like, for example, I'm trying to think of one. Like, for example, say like, hey, like chicks on whatever, when they say, "Oh, I don't wear makeup for men," when it's truly clear that you wear makeup for men. You could disprove that factually just by, like, do you wear makeup when you go to bed? Then okay, then it's obviously for men, because when you get up in the morning, you interact with men. Okay, when you're, when you just, when all your friends gather in one place, you guys get dressed up and hang out and all that shit to get put on makeup. Then he's like, not really. Most of the time they're not in makeup. They don't wear makeup for that long of time. if they know there's no men around, stuff like that. I would just but they continue saying like, no, it's just for men. It's just for me. It's just for me. It's just for me. That would be a bad faith argument, I would think. Or when you do the whole rating scale, and some overweight whale says that she's a 10, and it's like, come on, seriously. Like it's pretty obvious you're not a 10. 10's perfect. You're fat and overweight. Can't be a 10. Like, so maybe that'd be an example of bad faith. Or like if you got into like a gun debate, gun violence, and you say that majority of deaths are due to let's see, majority of deaths are mass shootings. Okay, it's factually disproven, and no matter what evidence you get presented, it's you continue to stick with that. No, it's only it's only death by mass shootings. That those are deaths. Those are the majority of deaths, but it's proven that no, it's suicide, stuff like that. But you continue to stay on that position. I'm guessing those are examples of more bad faith arguments. I'm trying to think. I don't think Andrew has anything like that. Not that I can think of. Anytime in debates, someone will bring up something else, and it's like, well, I don't agree with that. I have evidence of my own. Like, just because you have evidence of your, just because someone else has evidence that might contradict your evidence, but you don't believe their evidence and you believe your evidence, I don't think that's bad faith. Okay. Unless that evidence, actually, factually, disproves it. Because if you, say, for example, you had an argument and I had an argument, and then we both cited polls. So, I cite this poll, you cite a different poll. Okay. And then, you call me, I call you bad faith because you're not agreeing with my poll or whatever. But we're both using polls. So I wouldn't say that's a bad faith argument. It's like, I believe my data and you believe your data. But then, if I use just a poll and then you use like an FBI statistic or something like that, then I would consider me continue to just adhere to my own poll, my own poll data, and not listening and not accepting the facts of your FBI statistic would be bad faith. I went on too long for that. Sorry.
Win for Andrew, rather than the intrinsic purpose of debate, conflict resolution, truth. Andrew's constant chasing of social clout, attention, money, and optical wins.
It's very ironic that Based Oracle is complaining that Andrew's a clout chaser, when it's very clear that the only reason he did this debate was clout chase his own. It's very clear because everything he tries to prove that Andrew is a liar, Grifter, falls flat in its face.
For his echo chamber of fanboys, closely resembles that.
Again, you can't call someone an echo chamber when they go to various different places, have various different people on, and debate them, and go, you can't call it an echo chamber. It would be an echo chamber more if you just stayed where you are, didn't debate anyone, didn't find anyone to, attack your argument or anything. That'd be more of an echo chamber. But it wouldn't be an echo chamber when you go onto different platforms and debate them there, and have discussions on various other platforms. It's not an echo chamber. Especially ones that will drastically are against what you actually value, when we'll call it an echo chamber.
That of an aspiring politician, one of the highest forms of grift that exists today. Although Andrew has denied interest in running for political office, time will show this to be false. Despite the constant nags by...
Apparently, so he calls himself Based Oracle. I guess that means he can look into the future. So now he can look into the future and say that Andrew is for sure going to run for office. And this is a great argument here, because guess what? Until Andrew dies and didn't run for office the entire time, you can't be disproven wrong. You can't be disproven wrong. You can always just go back saying, no, I'm going to be he's gonna do it. He's just gonna do it. He's gonna do it eventually. And then until Andrew actually has a heart attack or just dies from cancer or some shit like that, which I hope not, never happens. Lives till he's like 100 and dies, happily in his bed, surrounded by his family and marbles. But until that point, you can always just say, it's like, no, he's going to do it. It's a bad argument.
Andrew and his fanboys that I'm clout chasing, backbiting, lying, etc. My true interest in this is in continuing to do what I do here in my small content creation space, breaking down videos, ideas, concept, lies, truth, and being a catalyst for people to break free of the ego attachments and pedestalization of false prophets. I'm not here claiming that Andrew is the worst, nor that I'm the best. I don't hate Andrew. I'd like to see him do better, not when it comes to clout or monetization, but rather when it comes to standing on truth and good faith debating conversations. Although there are plenty of worse offenders when it comes to grifting and lying, Andrew decided to call me out as a liar regarding my accurate analysis. And so here we are.
Thank you. Andrew, to you.
Yeah, completely weak opening statement. Let's pick up the energy a little bit so that we can get the grift really moving. Based Oracle has the job.
So here we go. Andrew just flipped it on him. He's like, yeah, I'm definitely a grifter. So let's get this grift going. Your argument's weak. And so I think anyone's like, anytime like feels like there's an insult attack to it, then it's all of a sudden a bad faith argument. That's every time I hear, bad faith, that's what I'm thinking. They actually think like you just insulted me. That's bad faith.
Of today's debate to prove, not assert based, but prove that I'm a liar and a grifter. So people understand my position is that boring orator over here is just a run-of-the-mill seething idiot.
Boring orator. I love that. Yeah, his voice is so boring. Like it's very boring.
Like most of my haters will come to the table today with no proof of any of his insane allegations. He will instead try to question me as though it's my job to give him his proof I'm a grifter. It's pretty funny, but that's how this always works. Here are just some of boring oscillator's public accusations he needs to prove. Mind you, if he claims he made none of these statements, I have them on video clips are ready to go, so we can go through them. 1, breathing idiot has claimed that I make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Video clip ready if he denies this. I want the proof of this claim, or for Base to admit he made it up and he's a liar. He claims my wife has veneers. Made that up. Total liar. She doesn't. Claims that I paid for him. Need the proof based. Where's the proof based? I would like the actual proof of this claim as well. He claims that I had more money than I stated during a Fresh and Fit live engagement. Gonna need to see the proof based. Gonna need the proof. Not an assertion, not your feelings, not how you feel, but proof, actual proof. He claims I'm an insincere Christian, Christ pill grifting, whatever that is, and I need to provide, I need him to provide proof. Here's what I'm not here to do. I'm not here to answer a bunch of questions. That's the discovery portion. We are way past that and into the claims portion. There are just some of the insane claims made by Based Oracle that I want him to provide actual proof for. Not innuendo, not accusation, but proof, a thing he is allergic to providing. My position is he'll be unable to provide any victims of my supposed grift or any actual proof of his claims. He'll just keep asking me questions as though I'm supposed to supply him with evidence of his allegations. 1, Andrew chases social clout. What the fuck does that mean? I engage with a lot of people. Andrew's running for political office. Totally false. Have made very clear I have no aspirations to do so. He says, well, time will tell. He has a fucking crystal ball. This guy has a crystal ball. You look at a crystal ball, you could tell, because he's an oracle. Very feminine name, by the way. Oracles are Greek feminine prophetesses. Andrew is a false prophet, he says. I say that Oracle is the false prophet. Also, you notice that he mentioned that I'm monetized. It seems to really upset him that I make a bunch of money. I just want to let you know, Based, since it seems to upset you that you think I make a ton of money, that somebody just sent in a $100 super chat. I have a feeling they're going to send in a whole bunch more while we're doing this debate. So thanks for that. Thanks for providing the content. With that, I'll yield my time. I'm happy to get into the back and forth of no evidence whatsoever. Can't wait. Sounds great. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you, gentlemen. The floor is open.
All right. Well, I appreciate the opening ad hominem attacks, Andrew. Perfectly within your style. With that said, let's get to this first point that Andrew is a liar. So did you?
So he accuses ad hominem, which it was like a personal attack. I always hear this get thrown around. I don't think most people know what it means. But I think it's a personal attack. So an ad hominem is a type of argument or attack that appeals to prejudice or feelings or irrelevant impugnance another person character instead of addressing the facts or claims made by the matter. If it is considered a fallacy as an attempt to discredit someone's argument by personally attacking them rather than discussing the argument itself. So if you just throw a personal attack and not talk about the actual argument, I would say that would be a personal attack or an ad hominem. But if you're just sending personal attacks and then also addressing the facts or the claims made by the latter, then I wouldn't consider that an ad hominem. I'd just say he's insulting you. He's insulting you, but also addressing the facts. So Andrew just he addressed he addressed the claims that Oracle made. Saying, he says I'm this. I'd like to see the proof of this, and this. All right. So he's just addressed what the facts are that the guy's claiming, or claims made. Yeah. So the claims that the guy Oracle made. So he's addressing him, saying, this is incorrect. This is a lie. This is a lie. This is a lie. And and since he claims that he can prove all this, I need proof of all this. And then he also throws in some personal attacks. Okay, I don't think that's an ad hom. Maybe that's just me.
Do not say to me, a couple months ago now, that this would be my last time to talk to you. This
Not
is
here
my
to answer
last
questions.
chance.
I'm here for you to provide proof of your allegations.
Okay, very good. April 3rd, 2024, during my video, Overly Emotional Male Syndrome, which unironically Andrew decided to pop in during, he made the statement that this would be my last chance to talk to him.
Yeah, on your stream.
Yep, next
And that was the
my
last time I ever
chance.
talked to you on your stream, correct?
Last April 4th, 2024.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that we're clear on this. That was the last time I ever talked to you on your stream, correct?
No. You didn't say the last time
no,
that,
I
you would talk to me on your stream. It was my last chance to talk to
It was
you.
your last chance to talk to me on your stream?
Here's
That's
the
what I
proof.
meant. That's
April
what I meant.
3rd, timestamp, 49 minutes, 50 seconds.
See, here's a problem with the BO here. Also, terrible idea to call yourself based Oracle. You know, all that people are going to refer to you as BO. But here's BO. He's focused on the literal words and not the intent by the words. Like, you know, if you, and Andrew will point this out later, but if you're arguing with someone and you're like this, you're like, you know, arguing with your wife, girlfriend, whatever, it's like, I'm done talking to you. Don't talk to me ever again. And then 5 minutes later, you talk to him again. It's like, was the intention of you never to really speak to them? Or was your intention just to be like, you know, I'm done with this particular argument. I'm not talking to you about this argument again. I'm done. You know, I'm done talking to you in this moment. Okay. You know, that's, you know, what's the intention behind those words? Okay. Base Oracle here just seems like thinks that I'm going to take the literal words that are being said and forget about the intention behind it. And because I'm using just the literal words that are in front of me, I am going to take that and say that Andrew is a liar because he is using, because I don't care about his intentions behind the words. I just care about what he actually, like what the words were actually said. So it's very, I think I would consider it very low IQ to be like, I'm going to go for, you know, what the literal words are and not what the intentions are behind it. Like I said, you know, you can have an argument with someone, get so frustrated, or you're just, you know, exhausted, and I'm done talking to you about this. Don't ever talk to me again. And then maybe talk to them about what happened later on, and after you've cooled off, they cooled off, and then you can, like, you know, have a reasonable, rational conversations about the things, or you know, or talk to them again in 5 minutes later, 2 minutes later, whatever it is, and your intention being is, I'm done talking to you at this moment, not that I'm done talking to you for life. Okay,
that's what I meant.
Oh,
I meant that the last time I ever
you regularly say things that you don't actually mean, because that's not what you said. But here you are saying that's what I meant.
Again. It's, oh, well, that's not what you precisely said. So, you know, apparently it's a lie because Andrew Wilson said, I'm not going to talk. This is the last time you're going to talk. I'm going to, or you know, this is your last chance to talk to me. Now, Andrew is claiming that his intentions are, this is the last time you're going to talk to me on your stream. Context being that I talked to you on your stream. That, like, you know, I was talking to you on your stream, and then later on I talked to you then. And then based Oracle, BO here is saying, well, you just said this is my last time talking to talk to you. So that's what you said. He's like, right, that is what I said. Andrew's saying, like, yeah, that's what I said. My intentions were on your stream. Okay. But because Andrew didn't precisely put on your stream at the end of his sentence, therefore Andrew's a liar. It's a very low IQ way to try and you know, question someone's motives, intentions, or honesty or anything like that. It's very low IQ, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, you know what context clues are, right? What's a context? What's a context clue?
No. I'm not here to answer your question.
Oh, well, then I guess we'll just sit here.
Did you not say that? Okay, well, I'll go on.
Okay,
April 4th, 2024. Right, so this is next day via Discord. You then said that was my last chance to talk with you. Next, May 22nd, around 4:15 a.m. on Glenn Lawrence's stream. That became my last chance to talk to you. Then June 16th, via another Discord message by you, that then became the last chance that I would have to talk to you. And then here we are now, June 28th. And would I be correct in thinking that this is now my 5th last chance to talk to you?
I'm a forgiving guy, Pace. What can I say?
Okay, so lies equal forgiveness. I understand that.
That's a lie?
Well, it was a lie the first time.
Do lies require intent? You think that I intentionally was telling you a falsehood?
Yes.
Oh, okay, prove it.
By repeatedly stating that lie on various different
well, no, that's an assertion. You're just asserting it. You're asserting that that's a lie. You haven't demonstrated it's a lie. You just said lies require intent. Prove my intent.
Nobody.
See, he's got nothing. Like Andrew just said, it's like, lies require intent. Prove my intent. Prove my intent was to lie to you by saying this was my last time. Prove or disprove that my intent was at this moment in time. This is your last moment to talk to me. And then later on, I was like, all right, I really want to reach this guy to reach out and talk to me, give him another chance. And now he's annoying the shit out of me. I'll say this again. Like you got to show the intention. Like, what was the intention?
We can prove.
All BO does is I'm taking the literal words out. I'm taking the literal words and attributing motive to that.
Prove other than circumstantially.
Oh no, but you can prove
somebody else's intent, Andrew, and you know.
So you
this.
can't
This is how
prove.
court
Wait, so
works.
wait, you can't
This is how
prove.
debate works.
You can't prove
know
that I was lying. You can't prove it. Bro.
Well, I would say the proof is reasonable preponderance.
Okay, it's reasonable. Okay, well, here, let's get to.
It's more likely that you're lying than not. Are you aware of what that means?
So you think that I was intentionally giving you falsehoods rather than the fact that I was trying to give you multiple chances?
So
doesn't that seem reasonable?
When did the truth, quote unquote, turn into going back on your word into reasonable chances?
Okay, so have you ever been in a fight with a woman, for instance, based and said something like, you know what?
No, this guy's never had a woman in his life. See, now I'm being ad hoc.
I'm done talking to you, and then begun talking to her again shortly thereafter. Has that ever happened to you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you were lying to her.
I was lying to myself.
Oh, okay, so you're a fucking liar. So you're a fucking liar, base.
Well, I did lie.
Yeah. So you're.
See, like again, this is so dumb. This is really dumb. Oh, because I said, "Hey, I'm not going to talk to you anymore," and then I talked to you 2 minutes later. I'm a liar. Or was my intentions was something entirely different, and I didn't actually intend to never talk to you again. Like, this is a very dumb argument by this guy.
Fucking liar.
Has anyone in life not lied?
Well, then I guess so. Then this debate is that Based, Oracle, and Andrew Wilson are both liars. Good. That's great.
So you admit it then. You admit that you're a liar.
No, I didn't admit that. You admitted you're a liar.
You just said.
But I just want to make sure. That we get this right.
Again, BO being dumb. He's like, "Oh, so you just do it?" It's like, no. Andrew Wilson had a question. So his question was, Base Oracle asserted everyone's a liar. So then this debate should be Andrew Wilson and Base Oracle are both liars. And then it's like, oh, so you're admitting you're a liar? It's like, no, I'm just going off of your logic, jumping from that point, saying that this title of this thing should be this. Didn't admit that I was a liar. I'm just using your own logic.
That you can have your intent with this chick. See, I would be far more charitable because that's the way I am. I'd be far more charitable. What I would say is, if you were in that situation and you said something to the chick like, I'm done talking to you, and then 2 minutes later you started talking to her again, I would say that your intent there wasn't that you really meant that you weren't going to talk to her, right? That was something which happened, but that wasn't really what the intent was. That's an actual charitable way to view that because I'm a pretty charitable guy.
I'd say there's more of an intelligent way to view it. Okay, your intention wasn't never to talk to this chick again. Your intention was in that moment to not talk to her anymore.
Right now, I've answered your questions here. Let me ask you mine, if you don't mind. Can you prove Based that I make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year? And why did you make the claim if you can't?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and do that. I'll wait.
Right. So looking at your videos with the dono chat goals that were fulfilled, one can pretty easily add them up.
Good.
Unless you'd like to make the argument.
No, let's do it.
Unless you'd like to make the argument that the dono chat goals are inaccurate.
Go ahead and do it. Show us that I make hundreds of thousands of dollars per year like you claimed, Based. I'm waiting for the proof.
So you're saying you don't make hundreds of thousands a year? Or
I'm waiting for the proof.
You haven't. Right. So you don't want to actually say the truth.
Who makes
you want me to?
First off, who fucking cares? like what is this? Like why who fucking cares? Who cares if it makes hundreds of dollars, on YouTube? Who fucking cares? Like, I'm sure BO's BO's intention here is to eventually make a bunch of money on YouTube, okay, or whatever he's, I'm sure that's his intention at some point. So who the fuck cares if he makes $100,000? Okay, who the fuck cares? What is going on here? Like, why do we care how much money someone makes? Here's what happened. Okay, this is what brokies do. Brokies, poor people do. These what losers do. They care about how much someone is making. Okay, like someone that has some sort has a decent amount of money going on. They don't give two shits. Okay, you know how many people okay. Full disclosure, I pay for X. Okay, I see the benefit of being able to get my my tweets out further by paying for X, paying like a small $8, like $8 a month to pay for X. Okay, every time I argue with someone, that's always what they and they're losing. They just end up pointing like, you pay for X, so it's not my fault you're too poor to pay for something that's $8. Who the fuck cares? I see a benefit by using my money. and paying for X, I see that I can push out my tweets further, maybe get more engagement that way, etc. I also don't tweet that much, so I am utilizing that. I'm starting to tweet out a little more, as much as I can. But the thing is it's my fucking money. Okay, it's $8. Okay, I don't get, like, me personally, I have an actual job. Okay, this is just a side thing I'm doing. And my goal is obviously to be able to make this a full-time gig. If it never happens, it never happens. If it does, that's awesome. But I don't give a shit how other people spend their own money. Like, I really don't care. I make a decent living already. So I don't see that. Like, it's only something that broke people do. They have an issue with how much someone else makes, or what they spend it on. Like, it's only broke people have this issue, and it's just an envious thing to me. So again, who the fuck cares if Andrew Wilson makes hundreds of thousands of dollars? Who cares? Who cares? Like, what is the problem? And I guess his issue is because back during Fresh and Fit, Andrew Wilson claimed he was broke from because to Wet Watson, because he kept asking him how much his money was. And so that's, I guess, BO's issue here, that he apparently lied on Fresh and Fit about how much money he made. My question again is, who the fuck cares? Okay, it seemed, to me, like, yeah, would it make sense and be very intelligent to think that Andrew Wilson, okay, the Crucible, the channel that has, hold on, goddamn, hold on, sorry, and of course I do that. That's not what I wanted. Sorry, I'm just there we go. All right, so Andrew Wilson, host of the Crucible, who has 10,000, or sorry, not 10,000, 104K subscribers, gets various dono chats and various degrees of money, etc., could be making potential, and then also has an additional website that costs people $15 to use. Makes $100,000 a year. Would it be a big stretch? No, not really. It doesn't make, it's not a really big stretch of an imagination for me to believe that. But again, who the fuck cares? And who the fuck cares if he lied to Watson, saying that, no, I'm broke. Or it could be true. He could make $100,000 a year, but because he has, was it 5 kids? I think he has 2 non-biological and 3 biological. I think so. So he has 5 kids, I think. I could be incorrect on that, but he has, a family, a wife that stays home and all that stuff. So he could have all that and spend, get paid $100,000 a year and be broke. Guess what? I have 2 kids. I'm broke. I have a wife that stays home. I have 2 kids. I've recently, it was an additional 2 kids, but I'm broke basically. All right. And I make, more than 100K a year. So guess what? Both are actually true. Andrew Wilson can make 100K, 100K a year and be broke. Like, that's not a big stretch to the imagination. It's really not. So I really don't understand BO's issue here. I really don't get it. I don't get it. Why are you so mad just because some dude makes, 100K a year? And again, you can still be fucking broke. You can still be fucking broke. What are you talking about? Oh, and then the chat here, if you read it, says, just a keen observer, Andrew Wilson smokes heavily when he's nervous / in a state of rage quit. Also, his tone is beta-ish in articulation. What? Or wait, no. Oh, it's Vegas Vipes, I guess. And okay, sure.
You want me to prove?
No, okay. I don't. It's not accurate at all. He smokes because he's addicted to smoking.
Wait, hang on. Wait a second. I just want to make sure I got this right. Did you or did you not say, quote, Andrew provably makes hundreds of thousands of dollars on YouTube? Did you or did you not say that? Would you like to see the video clip? I'll pull it up real quick if you'd like. Would you like that?
Are you done?
No, I'm asking you. Would you like me to pull up the video clip, and can you prove it or not?
Why would you pull it up when I admit to what I say?
Okay,
yes,
great.
I made that claim.
Cool. Can you prove it?
Yes, I pulled
Okay, then
your
prove it.
various videos
Mhm.
and added them up into the hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Good,
Why is
then
this
show us.
rocket science?
Show us.
So you're saying you haven't?
Yeah, show us your proof.
No, Andrew, you're saying you
I
haven't.
don't need to make a claim to your
Wait,
claim.
so you're not going to answer. This is just proof of your dishonesty.
There's no
Anyone
proof.
watching can see.
No, the only proof we have here is you really can't back up anything you say. Okay, because all he's asking for you to prove that he makes $100,000 a year. Now he later says, "I don't make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year." I don't know. That may be accurate, but again, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what Andrew does. Okay, I don't know what he does prior to while he's when he does he work part time now, and then he's YouTube mostly full time now. Like I don't know what his personal situation is. But we'll continue the video and talk more about this when he admits to not making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year.
See,
Then show us the proof.
right? Okay, next point.
No,
Make a
next
claim
point.
on-
No, next point.
No. Next
I
point.
want nope.
June
nope,
17th.
We're not.
See, you like this too. Like he like Bo knows. He's just got proven like lie. Like he's got nothing here. Okay, so he moves on instead of just admitting. He's like, all right, I can't actually prove it here and right now. I do have, this is my assertion from blah blah. I don't have actual proof. You know what would be proof? His statements. Okay, statements. So it's ridiculous for it shows that BO doesn't have a strong position here because he just basically is admitting that I can't really prove anything I'm saying, and so I'm going to move on here as quickly as fucking possible.
Moving on until you show the proof, Pace. Don't
June
say you don't have it.
17th that I pulled out of the debate that you.
And by the way,
me
you know
and
what I'll do?
Lawrence.
I'm going to do this just to be as nice and as charitable as I can, even though you don't understand that the burden of the claim is on you. No, Based. I don't make hundreds of thousands a year on YouTube. No, Based. No, absolutely, unequivocally, I do not make hundreds of thousands a year on YouTube. Now, Based, can you?
Now, here's what could be going on. He specifically said on YouTube. Okay, so I don't make hundreds of thousands of dollars on YouTube. Okay, now what Andrew could be saying here is saying that on YouTube revenue alone, I do not make hundreds of thousands of dollars. I have separate income that is gone via YouTube, like his dono chats and his Crucible.video website and stuff that ends up netting him hundreds of thousands of dollars. But what he's saying is that on YouTube, like just solely YouTube, I don't make hundreds of thousands of dollars. So it could be, what Andrew is asserting here. And he could be also saying that, no, I don't make hundreds of thousands of dollars from my YouTube channel. But when he says on YouTube, I see that as saying that, from YouTube revenue, meaning like, YouTube ads, YouTube super chats, stuff like that, he doesn't make hundreds of thousands of dollars. And that could be very accurate because YouTube takes, was it 30% of the super chats? So they take 30K or 30% from the super chat. So, if you send $10, they'll take what? $3. I think that's how math works. Yeah, they'll take $3 from that 100, so the person only gets 7, stuff of that nature. But if he was saying that like nothing that I don't make $100,000 from YouTube, then I would assert that comes from not only the YouTube ads and super chats, but also his dono chats, which is a separate site that he uses to have people donate to. So, and that's something he built himself, or the Crucible.video, which is his own personal website. So he's, that would be an indication for me that when he says from YouTube, he's talking about all the stuff that he shows, all the stuff that, he filters from YouTube into his other sites. But when he says on YouTube, I think he's specifically talking about, and you could say, oh, that's a dirty tactic. Base is being dirty here as well. But when he says on YouTube, I'm asserting that this means that he's saying that directly from YouTube ad rev and YouTube super chats, he doesn't make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. And that could be very well true. And I think Base also says that Andrew makes hundreds of thousands of dollars on YouTube. So he's being like Oracle here, BO here, hyper specific on what he's saying because that's what Based Oracle does.
Prove I'm lying, Based.
And again, he's saying prove that I'm lying. Prove to me. Because the whole thing is you need to, if you're going to make these assertions and then say the person's lying when they deny it, prove it. The burden of proof is on you, prosecutor, which is what Based is. In the court of law, Based is the prosecutor and Andrew Wilson is defendant. It's Base's burden of proof to prove all his claims and assertions.
June 17th,
No,
I had pulled out of the debate.
And again, it's showing that he can't do it. So, and he knows that he just got caught bullshitting, that now he's got to try and move it along. Nothing to see here.
No. I know you like to follow me into your argument, but it's not going to happen.
Can you just answer the question?
So I didn't even put out all the lies yet. We can get to that one.
Okay,
but
can we
not
just do one point
yet.
at a
Once
time?
again, yeah, we are doing 1 point at a time.
Yeah,
I'm
great.
making the
So can you
assertions
make
as we
the
talked about.
Did you
Did I
make
make that assertion yet in today's argument, Andrew?
I did. I asked you if you can back that claim up. You said yes. You said I did. You said you could prove it. Now fucking prove it.
Sure. On
Good.
June 17th, that I pulled out of the debate that you had scheduled with Glenn Lawrence, lying to your audience.
Okay, so are you gonna prove that I make hundreds of thousands a year? Can we start with that?
No, we can't.
We
So
can't. You're not,
June
so you
17th
didn't lie? I'm
June
sorry, we can't move
17th.
on. We're gonna have to, I guess, appeal to the moderator. Can't move on.
Right. So you don't want to answer the actual questions here. Right?
Gentlemen, we
I
can.
can't move on until you answer the question, Base.
Gentlemen, we can either skip that whole talking point altogether and move
No,
on.
I don't think we
or
can.
we
I
actually
think
come
that
back
Based,
to-
I think Based Oracle, who has said now multiple
Give me
times
a second, please. Let me
that
get
he
to my
can prove
point.
it.
If we can at least pull up something or provide some type of information to prove the information,
Yes.
or you just need to remove it altogether.
Yeah, can we do that, Base? Can you go ahead and prove that for us?
June 17th brought up that I pulled out of the debate with you that was supposed to be moderated by
I
Glenn
don't understand.
Lawrence.
Moderator, why is he moving the topic?
I'm not moving the topic. This is
I
all
don't
coming to your
understand.
line.
I've
I have
asked
my
now.
points one
I've
by
asked
one.
now 15 times.
Gentlemen,
Based,
we are going to go point to
Here's the thing, Based. You agreed to this topic when Andrew asked for your asked you the question and you accepted. You could have said at the beginning, like when Andrew first answers, like, we're not going to get to that now. I want to go on this certain list. We're going to go this certain list. I will answer that later. But you've already accepted discussing this topic. So now that you can't prove what you're saying is true and it's just fucking bullshit, then you're going to have to, from there, answer these questions. And if you can't prove it, just admit, like, I can't really prove it here and now.
point, then we
Yeah.
need to do point to point.
Point to point.
So if we're going to do that, then we need to stay on that one topic, and
Yeah.
then when that one is settled, we can move on.
Yeah, great. Can you go ahead and show us the proof now, Base?
Yeah, I'm not going to show the proof of all the money that you've made on YouTube, which you just said here and now that you do not make hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, so but you did assert, and you said it's provable that I do, right, Base?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Can you prove it then, real quick? We'll wait.
I'm not going to prove the claim right here with all your added up super chats. If I put a number up on the screen, that's not proof. I went and made the math work.
Okay,
I
well,
went back to your
let's do the
screens
math.
and figured it out.
No, okay, well then let's do that. Let's go through the math. Go ahead.
Go through the math.
Go,
Show us
no,
your screens
it's your
where you
claim,
had the
Base.
donut
Base,
goals.
it's your
And show
claim,
us where
Base.
that didn't happen.
Base, it's your claim. I don't. You're
So
asking me to
did I
prove
make that
negative.
claim today? Did I make that claim today?
Base, would you like to hear the audio record?
Guess what? Like, he's just like, oh, I didn't make that claim today. He's like, yes, but I asked you a question to that. And therefore, I am questioning you on this. And you accepted those questions, this line of questioning. And you even accepted saying that we'll discuss this later on. So you're going to have to discuss it one way or another. But because you accepted since you accepted by answering the question already, then Andrew's asking for the proof. If you don't have proof, just say, I don't have the proof now. I'm not able to prove that at this moment. And I rescind my accusation or some shit like that.
If you just say that, that's
Did
right.
I make that claim
No,
today?
I'm asking you to prove a claim that you have made that I'm a grifter because I make hundreds of thousands of dollars on
Yes,
YouTube.
I'm not going to prove your...
And then again, just to tie this back, but in the opening statements, Andrew Wilson alluded to that. So you knew it was coming.
income on YouTube today, Andrew.
Because you
That's not
can't?
part of my speaking.
Well,
points.
can you prove that I make hundreds of thousands?
Sure, I'd be happy to
do
do it. I'd be happy to do it. I'll send you an email tomorrow. How does that sound?
No. It sounds
No,
like I
so
need
you don't
that done.
actually want the truth. You just
No,
want
bro.
right here and now for us to pull up all your.
I
donut
don't
chats.
understand.
Gentlemen,
I don't understand this at all. Maybe Sarah, maybe you can help me. Maybe I'm just dim and I don't get it. But
I-
my understanding is that if one says I can prove a claim and then says they have the proof of the claim, and then the other person says to show the proof of the claim, they're supposed to show the proof of the claim. Am I way off base here?
I do agree. Based
Yeah, I didn't make
either-
the claim today about the hundreds of thousands.
But it was a claim made, a claim that Andrew also brought up when in his opening statements, and a claim he asked you about. So just because you didn't make it today doesn't mean that now that you're having this conversation, you're not going to be required to have it proven.
Thousands of dollars, and I think anyone can go and look for themselves. This is public information for the most part, other than ad revenue.
Okay, where should I go look?
Other than the memberships that you sell, nor is my contention just that you make money. That's not the issue. That's not actually the basis.
Yeah, I know,
of
but
grift.
the
Well,
thing
you
is,
know that. That's why you're trying to throw a red herring.
my claim
here
is that you're a
and
fucking
avoid
liar.
the
you
actual.
see.
Well, okay, sure. So,
So
you're going to
my
try to move the
claim is
goalpost
that-
of the debate to base oracle. as a
Bro,
lie.
you've just proven that you're a liar.
Okay.
You have literally said this. You've said this is my claim. I can prove it. It's totally provable. It's public information. You can prove it. Prove it.
Gentlemen, I prefer to just move on from this talking
I'm
point.
glad, but I prefer that we get it squared away. And neither
it is squared away. I will not be proving that aspect.
I feel like everything's going to be.
So then you're saying, then I need, okay, you know what, we can move on. But how about then I get a concession that you cannot prove this claim?
That I will not claim it right here and now. I will not prove that claim that was made on a
cannot. Now, I just want to say, I'm on Base's Twitter, and yeah, he has yet to provide any proof of this at all. Let's see. Yeah, he hasn't proved this at all. I'm looking. There's no proof. He's yet to provide any proof that says, excuse me, that that shows that Andrew Wilson makes hundreds of thousands of dollars on YouTube. There's no proof of that.
I'll prove it here and now.
Wait, cannot prove that.
I'm not going to derail the whole debate. I know that you would like. I know you would like to derail the whole debate.
Can you help me out here? I'm just curious then. Why did you make that claim if you can't prove it, Base?
It doesn't need to be proven. Like
it doesn't need to be proven.
It doesn't need to be proven. The whole debate here is for you to provide the proof. Okay, you can't just make assertions without proof. It doesn't need to be proven. Then why'd you make the claim? Okay, why are you claiming that Andrew Wilson makes this much money and that you can prove it if you're not able to prove it?
The air that we breathe, anyone can go and look at your dono goals, your fulfilled dono goals. Yeah, I know public information, Andrew. I know.
Okay, where publicly can I go find that information?
YouTube, Andrew. All right, so moving on here.
Okay.
Answer to June 17th.
That's really weird.
2024. Made the claim that I pulled out of the debate. See, Andrew doesn't want to answer the question.
I'm still not ready to quite.
No. See, Base again saying is like, oh, Andrew doesn't want to answer the question. He's like, no, he's going to be on this topic. He has yet to, he's yet said he's done with this topic. You're the one who's trying to run away by changing the topics. You're the one trying to run away here.
Move on from this yet. So the thing is that I am totally willing to move on from this point if you just concede that you can't prove it. But if you keep saying you can, then I'm going to need to see the proof base.
Yeah, it's provable. I will not be proving it today. It's not part of this argument.
Cannot.
So
you can't prove it.
So was this in fact brought up by either Andrew or Base tonight?
It doesn't matter. The frame of the debate.
I'm asking both of you the question because I want to make sure that I'm understanding this correctly. Was the claim that you make hundreds of thousands of dollars, was that part of Base Oracle's argument, or was that part of piece from you, Andrew?
Well, so the thing is that this man has slandered me multiple times without any sort of evidence at all. He's never provided a shred, ever. And here I am. I'm willing to come on and ask him to provide evidence for this claim. Now, let me show you the claim. Let me show the actual claim.
There's no reason.
I know. There's no reason. I'm going to go ahead and show it anyway.
So Andrew would like to derail the debate as usual.
Yeah, I'd like you to answer to. I really would, because I don't understand how you can make these slanderous claims.
So how would that be slander, by the way, saying that somebody makes hundreds of thousands of dollars, which is accurate? How would that be slander?
Well, wait. See how you just said that's accurate? You see how you just said that's accurate?
So how much have you made in the last year, if not hundreds of thousands?
That's none of your business.
It's none of my business.
No, it's none of your business. Why would that be your business?
All right, so why are you so curious then?
Why would that
do your accounting for you?
Bro, why would that be your business?
Moving on.
Why would that?
June 17th.
Honestly,
he keeps trying to run away. He keeps running away. He's like, moving on. He's like the most reasonable person ever. He's like, and look, to be fair, if we're talking about the slander as in the crime, what Base is saying is not slander. Okay, it's not slander because slander is, when it comes to the law, is the action of a crime of making a false spoken statement damaging to a person's reputation. So, saying Andrew makes hundreds of thousands of dollars on YouTube, it's not really slander because it's not going to damage Andrew's reputation at all. I can't think of a way that's conceivable. Now, if he's using it as a verb, okay, and saying make false and damaging statements about someone, again, the $100,000 wouldn't really fall into that either. But but there's other accusations and claims and statements that Base Oracle has made that would be considered slander. And so now what Andrew's doing is getting the nitty gritty and asking him to prove everything that he has to say about Andrew Wilson. All right, so that's what's going on here. So the $100,000 isn't quite slander, but everything else probably would be considered slander.
That I pulled out the debate, Andrew.
Why
are you going to answer to that or not?
Yeah, I am. But before,
so you just plain lied. That's your answer.
I just said I'll answer to everything. That's what I just said. But just 1 second, I'm pulling this up because I do want you to answer to it. Hang on. We got plenty of time. We still got hours left, right? We can go through each one of these.
Andrew derailing.
There's no derailment. I want an answer to this question.
And I just told you I'm not going to give you an answer. So moving on. Are you going to answer my question, or are you still trying to figure out how to answer it?
you don't get to move it on until we get the claim taken care of. Okay?
Well, the claim was not made today, Andrew. You're making the claim about my claim.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right?
So are you going to answer the question?
Hang on. Let me pull the clip up, and then we'll get to it. We'll get this clip pulled up.
Pulling the clip up is going to do what? When I just said yes, I have made that statement.
Okay, Sarah, can you pull that?
It is accurate.
Sarah, can you pull that up for me? Okay, great. Here we go. Can you guys hear this? Okay.
For some reason, you couldn't hear it.
I don't know why this is being pulled up or what this has to do with anything other than.
And it's just particular why I wanted to be able to do this via the Crucible. Just the fact that you could actually hear what was said. But since this was kind of unimportant in my opinion, just due to the fact that he's admitting to it and everything like that. He's not denying it, so this was kind of irrelevant. But it's Andrew's just being a little petty at this point, which it's fine, nothing wrong with being petty. Base is being petty himself by making all these claims and having no proof of that, and then getting eared and then trying to move it along because he just got caught with his pants down, being shown that he can't prove shit.
Play it again.
Just made yesterday. I don't
Have you
know
thought about it long enough yet that you can actually answer it?
Why should I entertain with you anything when you make these wild accusations but refuse to provide proof of them?
So why did you take on the debate today when that accusation wasn't even made today?
What accusation?
Why take on the debate? Why take on the debate at all?
That you said Andrew Wilson is a liar and a grifter, right?
Yep. And here I am proving it, and you're interrupting.
My counter to that is that no, Base Oracle is a fucking liar, and he can't prove any of his allegations, including this one he just made yesterday. And as you can see, the entire audience can see, you actually still haven't proven any of those claims. You made them.
And it's kind of funny because Base, all his thing is saying, I've proven this. You haven't really proven it. You just said a bunch of shit. You haven't proven it. Proving it would require other facts to come in. Okay, other facts, something that's factual, not word of mouth, something else. That's proof. You just saying a bunch of shit isn't proof. Okay, that's all we've gotten. There's no statement. The statement, like Andrew's, last tax return or something. That would be proof of it, whether he made hundreds of thousands of dollars on YouTube, as long as his only thing was YouTube or whatever. That would be a proof. But just him, all Base has done is assert things. He just said a bunch of things. He hasn't really proven anything. Now, when he was talking about, oh, this is the last time you'll ever talk to me, blah, 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 that shit, he provided timestamps. Didn't really actually say where the video was.
Oh, that was my fault. I'm so sorry. I was just trying to move the.
Ran away.
I'm so sorry,
fucking
Andrew.
coward.
Come back.
Andrew Wilson's a coward.
Rage quit. You've seen it here tonight.
No, stop that. I'm so sorry, Andrew.
What a rage quitter.
I was trying to remove the.
Now, Based, are you a liar now? Because you are lying, saying that Andrew rage quit. Or is your intention being a ha-ha joke? He disappeared. Sarah saying, oh, it's my fault. I accidentally exited him out, blah, blah, blah. This is my bad. This is my fault. Or should we take you at your literal words, Based, and saying that you are a fucking liar now?
Screen that he had sharing. I am so sorry, Andrew. I was removing the spare screen and that was my fault. Please forgive me. Continue, Andrew. It's just you.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm fine moving on. I just wanted to let everybody know that you couldn't prove that claim, that you lied through your fucking teeth.
Sure. Because I didn't bring an itemized super chat / revenue list today.
Yeah, I should prove it.
Which isn't part of my speaking points.
Yeah.
That now I'm a liar. Good point.
Yeah, you are a liar. You said that yesterday.
Moving on.
Yeah, you are a liar. Based on what you just said, like prior, because you were really picky that Andrew is a liar because he said this is the last time you'll have a chance to talk to me. Andrew's saying his intentions, okay, what his intentions were, but you're saying that's a lie. So based on the words that you said, you knew it was going to be brought up, and you answered the question, yes, I can prove it. You're a liar, Based.
June 17th. Claiming that I pulled out of the debate with you, hosted by Glenn Lawrence. Another lie.
No, that wasn't a lie.
Okay, explain. How was that not a lie?
So it's literally impossible for me to do a debate with you when I ask you for information, you refuse to give me any.
Well, actually, I gave you all the information. I even put up all the screenshots after you put up some of the screenshots.
Okay, go ahead.
And the last one, including that you blocked me.
Yeah, that's fine. There's no reason for me not to block you. You came in bad faith. You had already agreed that Glenn Lawrence was going to moderate. You were going to pay for that. I have the clip for that too. Would you like me to? Now, would that clip be relevant, Based?
Of what?
of you agreeing that Glenn Lawrence, you were going to pay for Lawrence to come out for the debate, and then later you said no, he's not going to come out and moderate the debate. You already broke the terms of the debate. Is that okay for me to show?
You know, Andrew, ironically, you set the terms 10 or 15 times, you repeat them over and over, and not one of them was me agreeing to pay for Glenn Lawrence.
Okay, well, I got.
In fact, you had made the claim that he was going to stay with you and go hunting with you.
Yep.
And you know, somebody was going to get Dick Cheneyed or whatever. I'm not too privy to all that, but the point is that never came up in all of the times that you went after to put down the terms.
Well, I've got the clip right here, and here's the clip. Are you ready? Okay. Now I don't know if you can hear this, because apparently if I share something on this stream, you know, I don't know why, but it's not going to get played. But I'll try again. I'm going to try to share the clip one more time so that everybody can hear it. Okay. And this is you agreeing to these exact terms, and that you were going to pay for Glenn Lawrence costs. And then
you're saying
I'm going to show it.
Because I didn't agree to pay for Glenn Lawrence, that was me.
Yeah, you broke the contract.
Okay, that was me breaking the contract.
Yeah, you broke the contract.
Let me ask you a question. Where during our Discord exchange where you blocked me, did you bring that up? Where?
Well, I asked you for additional details, again, in good faith. And the reason I requested those additional details is because you had fired the moderator. So I wanted to know where we went from there. So I said,
fired the moderator?
So I said, listen, yeah, you did.
When did I fire the moderator?
You said you refused to pay his cost after you had agreed to do so.
So let's say that you're correct, that I said I refused to pay his costs after I said to do so.
Well, we don't even have to. Well, we don't even have to say. I'll just show it.
What are his costs?
Well, I'll just show it. Sarah, can you pull it up?
You're going to keep just putting up pointless, useless.
What do you mean? I'm going to show you the proof. Do you want to see the proof or don't you?
This is not proof.
It's not? How do you know? You haven't even seen it.
Well, I was there, dickhead.
So, well, I mean, obviously you misremember some things here. So do you want to hear it? Here we go. See, make sure you can hear it.
Yes. Anything? In fact, I did not.
Hang on. Okay, so I'll try it again.
Finally get some audio.
I'll try to share this again and see if we can't figure out whatever this audio issue is that you're having. 1 second. Here we go. Let's just make sure.
I know we've shared screen before over here.
Hang on.
I wonder if it's just the.
Hang on 1 second. So here's how I think we have to do this. I think I have to share the entire screen. So when I tell you to, I'll switch over to the correct stream. You can pull it up. Okay.
Sure.
So there's the screen share. Now hang on.
I'll wait.
Okay. Now you should be able to pull it up. Ready?
Yep.
Okay. Now you should be able to hear this fine.
And according to what I understand, you also need to cover Glenn Lawrence's travel costs, right?
No, I'm definitely not covering Glenn Lawrence's anything. In fact, I did not stipulate that Glenn Lawrence need to be there. Andrew did. So as far as I'm concerned, he can pay for anything with Glenn.
Okay, yeah, no, I understand that. But did you agree to paying for Glenn Lawrence's travel costs?
No.
If you come out to Michigan and Glenn comes with you and you fund all of that, you give me $1,000, I'll do the debate live from my own studio.
Okay.
There you go. See, based. That's proof. That there is proof. You have, Andrew just provided proof. Okay. He said, okay, let's go back. Let's go back a little bit.
Okay, yeah, no, I understand that, but paying for Glenn Lawrence's.
I'll do the debate. If you come out to Michigan and Glenn comes with you and you fund all of that, you give me $1,000, I'll do the debate live from my own studio.
Okay.
And you fund all of that, you give me $1,000, I'll do the debate live. If you come out to Michigan and Glenn comes with you and you fund all of that, you give me $1,000, I'll do the debate live from my own studio.
Okay.
Was that not an agreement there? That was an agreement. You just said if you come out to Michigan and you know and bring Glenn Lawrence with you and fund all of that and pay me $1,000, I'll debate with you live on his studio. And Bay says, okay. So now you've just been proven a liar, because now what you said was, I never agreed to pay for Glenn Lawrence's expenses. Now we have proof that, yeah, you actually did. See, Base, that's actual proof.
Okay.
Well,
I know that you think that proves something, Andrew, but
yeah, can you stop sharing?
It did prove. It proved exactly what Andrew said it proved. What are you talking? What is this like? Yeah, I know you think that proves something. Well, it did. It proved that you agreed to the debate and to agree to pay for Glenn Lawrence's travel costs.
Screen real quick,
10
Sarah.
times after this, you stated all of the terms. Not once was that included. The very beginning of you.
Hold on. So they had a discussion afterwards. They didn't, he didn't include that with it. Again, you're gonna have to pull up the text messages, okay, of you denying it here and now, or at some point. But if you already agreed to something prior, then the assumption, unless you say it's no longer an agreement later on, the assumption will be that what you first said is the agreement.
Stream and spurging did include you throwing that in. Oh, you pay for all costs, which have never been presented to me. What all costs are? Obviously, I'd be paying for my own costs to get out there.
and
Yeah, I don't know.
and then you would pay for Glenn Lawrence's costs. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's very clear what Andrew said was, if Based pays for the cost that it takes for Glenn to go out there, so whatever additional costs it would take for Glenn to go out there, he doesn't need to give you an itemized receipt, or 2,000 for a flight, 500 for a hotel, shit like that. He doesn't need to do that. It's all incumbent in all costs. Glenn Lawrence, whoever the fuck this guy is required to that would be what's the word? Not required, but not. It's a word I'm looking for. Whatever. All costs associated with Glenn Lawrence going from wherever he lives to Michigan to Andrew's house and all that, and stay there, whether it's at Andrew's house or a hotel or something like that, for X amount of days. That's what that means. He doesn't need to give you an itemized list of anything. You just agreed to cover all costs. So whatever cost is associated with doing this whole deal would be associated with that. It is then your job to say, all right, well, I'm not going to pay for X, Y, and Z. I'm not going to pay for this, but I'll pay, the cost. Like, I'm not going to pay if, he wants to take you out to dinner without me. I'm not going to pay for that. All right. But I'll pay for him flying there, him to have a rental car, for him to have a hotel, and I'll give him per diem for, food and shit. That, I'll pay for that. Or I'll say, all right, well, I'll pay for the flight, the rental, and the hotel, but I'm not paying any of his food. There, that's up to you at that point, because you agreed to it.
When I tried to get additional details, you wouldn't give me any.
I gave you plenty of additional.
What did you get? Okay, why don't you read off what your additional details were? When I came, by the way, in good faith, I even said please. Based. I even said please.
Well, no. You're so good with the videos and adding things. Why don't you add our conversation?
It's your claim.
What is my claim?
Your claim is that I backed out of this debate. Prove it.
You did.
Then prove it.
Okay. So we'll get up the final screenshot, or you want all the screenshots, or you just want me to read it to you?
Yeah, read it.
Okay. All right. So you asked, do you have details on the upcoming debate so I can plan accordingly? I said, yes, I do.
And then you said what? Continue.
And I said, can I get a please and thank you?
And then continue from there.
Yeah, I know how to read. Well, I can't participate in a debate if you don't give any details, day, time, where, then I'll happily thank you.
So now, hang on. Let's stop there for a second. So, because it's a point of contention, I agree. Does it sound reasonable for a guy who you say you want to debate to reach out to you and ask you for additional details of the debate, which I did, said please when you asked, okay, and then said, can you please give me the additional details, because if I don't have this requisite information, I cannot, it's impossible for me to do this debate. And you responded with?
That I arrive in Michigan on the 28th at 10:45 a.m.
And continue. You said all this at once.
Upon my arrival, I require a box of chocolates, organic preferably, as well as a welcome.
So this guy wants to be Andrew Tate, apparently.
Yes.
He apparently thinks that, he rates a box of chocolates. If you don't remember, that was a viral Andrew Tate clip where he trolled Vice and everything. Here's the thing, though. Okay, just want to point something out here. Okay, Based Oracle has. Oh no, let me just drop this. Based Oracle has 646 subscribers. Okay, now let's look at the Crucible. The Crucible, Andrew, that's his channel. Andrew Wilson's channel, The Crucible, has 104K subscribers. So you're telling me a smaller channel that's basically insignificant in comparison, not even a tenth or not even 10% of what Andrew has, is going to require a box of chocolates to be able see shit like that. Is something when you're when you're someone of importance that you can actually demand that. You're like, that would be the same if I, okay, Based, decided to if you challenged me to debate to do a bunch of all that shit, and then I said, well, I'll arrive where you are and you need to give me a box of chocolates. What is your going to be response? Like, oh yeah, I'll get you a box of chocolates. No, your response is going to be fuck off. Like, why would I need to give you a box of chocolates? I'm doing you a favor, not the other way around. It's more beneficial to Base for Andrew to host him than it is for Andrew, or for Andrew to Base to. Yeah, it's more beneficial to Based for him to be hosted by Andrew than Andrew to host base. And the whole box of chocolate things that Andrew Tate was doing was due to the fact that it was far more beneficial to Vice to come and interview him because it would get traction. Because at the time, and they were dying, and I think they ended up shutting down. I can't remember, but they were dying and really needed some revenue. And by interviewing Andrew Tate, at a very Google man and all that stuff, it benefited Vice far more than it would benefit Andrew Tate. That's why he says, I'm going to require a box of chocolates. So you can't be the loser, the low tier guy, asking for a box of chocolates to the upper tier guy. It doesn't work like that. And of course, the obvious intent was, I'm going to troll and be tongue in cheek and be an asshole. That's all that was. No, again, it's not reasonable. Hold on. So then his question, is that not reasonable? No, it's not reasonable. You are the loser here. Okay. You are the lower tier channel going to the higher tier channel. Okay. That would be like Andrew Wilson going to Fresh and Fit, who has hold on. Fucking hell. Okay, so that would be like Andrew, who goes to Fresh and Fit, who have 1.57 million subscribers, and asking them for a box of chocolates. That would be insane. Okay, that would be insane for him to do. See, now a good faith responses would be like, well, here's how if you had a good faith intention here based, I'll explain how. Okay, here's what happens. Okay, when Andrew messages, I need the additional details. What's going on? All right, I can fly out to Michigan on April 5th to like the 7th. Which day works for you? I need to know the location of your, whatever location we're going to, so I can plan accordingly for the travel time. Can you give me that information? We can do the debate at this time. I'm available to do the debate at at these certain times. That's when I feel like the most direct or some shit like that. Like that. That's the type of information he's requesting. Instead, you decide to be a fucking cunt and be like, oh well, I need a box of chocolates and a BLT sandwich. Like, it's like, that's not the information he's asking. He says, no, that's not the information he's asking. Okay. So what Andrew's saying here is like, in Michigan doesn't mean anything. You need to say like, because you could go to, you could arrive, like, what do you say? I will arrive. Hold on. Okay, so never mind. I missed that. So yeah, so okay, let's do it. So he just says I arrive in Michigan. Doesn't say I'm going to fly there. Okay, I'm going to drive there. I'm coming from that side, or damn, that there's various other locations. Again, and a good faith, detail thing would be like, all right, well, I'm able to come to Michigan on the 28th. I can get there at like 10:45 a.m. Where do you live? So I can give you a more exact timeline of when I can get there. Okay. Or what's the location of where we're going to have this debate. And I can, more narrowly tell you exactly what time I can get there. We can do debate at this time and all that shit. Like, but all that, all that box of chocolate shit, BLT, all that stuff is doesn't answer the questions at all. No. What you should have done is like, all right, I can be in Michigan on the 20th. Like I just said before, I can be in Michigan on the 28th. I can be there at 10:45 a.m. I need to know where you live. Can you tell me where you live or wherever this debate's going to happen? And I can give you a more accurate timeline that I can be there. Okay? That would be a good faith response. Isn't like I don't know who Glenn Lawrence is, but isn't he like, because I just saw a tweet from Base Oracle because I was looking for these messages, but it says that his booking agent at one point, because he apparently challenged Myron to a fight. Again, you can't be lower tier and then try and demand a fight that benefits only you. Like Myron kicking your ass doesn't benefit him at all. Okay, it's not going to benefit him at all because like he's not going to get an influx of ads for it or anything. It's like there's nothing really there. Okay, it's just gonna be his you know 10,000 people that watch your videos or watch his videos and the 50 that watch yours or some shit like that. There's no benefit from him. See, Based isn't like a business individual. Okay, he doesn't have a business sense, and this is how you know, because he just thinks just because he's a lower tier channel that if he goes to request for a bigger channel that they must benefit him. It like solely him. Like you got to provide some sort of benefit. Now, if you're a lower tier channel, but you're really good at what you're doing, like you have some really good points and stuff, you can do a good argument. You can be your really good faith, shit like that. And every debate you've done is like just on point, and everyone really enjoys it. And you get a bunch of you don't have so many subscribers because you just you just get you just really do good debates and shit. Then there's benefits. That's why Fresh and Fit had Andrew Wilson on their channel and not you. Okay, Andrew Wilson doesn't agree with Fresh and Fit with their prescriptions of how to do things now, like today now. So that's why he has really good debates. He really ends up destroying lefties. He gives good pushback. The content he provides is great. That is a greater value than the subscribers he has. So when Fresh and Fit have him on their channel, even though they drastic like they're 10 times, it's a, what 100K is times 10 is a million, right? Or am I mathing wrong? I'm not that smart in maths. Okay. I did high school algebra. This is as high as I got. So let me just make sure. Because I'm not that smart. Yeah, okay. I was right. So they're 10 times his subscriber. Probably more than 10, but they're 10 times his subscriber count. And they have greater views than he has, probably 10 times his views. Okay. But because he provides such great value through his debates and stuff, it was valuable to them to have him on. It was one of their highest, if not the highest, video they had, and that's why they continue to have him on. I'm going to have him on again. There's value that Andrew adds. What value base do you add except being a pedantic asshole? None. No. That wasn't the debate. The debate is you would clearly benefit. You would clearly have a more biased moderator against Andrew because you are banging the moderator, but he still came on and did this debate while Glenn Lawrence going and hunting with Andrew is nominal in comparison. Okay, Andrew's not fucking this Glenn Lawrence guy. And again, unless it's someone else. Hold on, where's this fucking shit? All right, I'm almost there. That's why I can. That's why I'm pausing and waiting. Okay, so he says his hit up my booking agent, Mr. Glenn Lawrence. My assumption is this is the same Glenn Lawrence that that they're talking about here and now. So so that sorry, I got distracted. But so let's say make my assumption correct. Let's say my assumption is correct, and that this is the same Glenn Lawrence that they agree to have the moderator. If he's your booking agent, probably means he may be a little more biased towards you than Andrew. I that's what I would say. Or the fact that you agreed to him means you didn't really agree that they were going to be he wouldn't have been that big of a problem because you agreed already to pay for him to come and come and do the debate moderation. It was agreed upon by you. It's not bad faith. It's not a troll either. See, every time he gets cornered back into the corner, proven incorrect in his assertions or anything like that, okay, guess what? Andrew or Base wants to move it on. That's a tell. Every time he gets back into the corner, shown that he's a moron, he's like, all right, let's move it on. No. The reason that it's a troll, not good faith, is you asked for a box of chocolates, a gift, a BLT sandwich, and you didn't like. All you said was vague shit. You like if again, good faith would be like, all right, I need this requisite detail for like Andrew's saying, I need details. What's the plan? Like, what are you planning to do? It's like, all right, well, I'm gonna be in Michigan on the 28th at this time. If you could you give me your actual address or whatever the location that we're going to be at? And I've already said this a bunch of times, but I just want to read. Oh shit! Fucking hell! How long have I been? How long have I been doing this? I got to go back and see how long I've been a moron. See how far I need to go. I just realized I'm just talking and yelling at y'all. I'm fucking dumb. Not professional here, people. God damn it. Hold on. All right. Just be patient with me. All right. So for 20 minutes. God, I'm an ugly bastard. All right. All right. So it's only been 15 minutes. So that's great. All right. So let's back up 15 minutes, and I'm going to let it run uninterrupted for those 15 minutes.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
All right, hold on.
Of Mayo. Around 1:30 p.m., our debate will commence. Once I win, around 2:15 mark, we'll celebrate my victory. Balloons are fine, but no need for a piñata unless you're feeling the need to let out some aggression safely. After that, we'll go on the hunting trip you had mentioned earlier.
now does that
I'll
sound?
hold the ammo.
Yeah. Now,
and,
Base, does that sound like
Leslie,
it's
I'll
good
take the
faith?
guest bedroom, and Glenn can take the couch.
Now, which one of us do you think sounded good faith in that exchange, and which one do you think sounded bad faith in that exchange?
So
Be honest.
did you have an issue with anything that I mentioned?
Well, yeah, Based, I literally told you my issue before you even sent a response. I said, listen, if you don't give me the requisite information.
All right, so this is probably where I cut it off, roughly around here. So gonna let it play. I'm not gonna say anything. You've heard all my arguments. You can go back and watch them. I'm a moron.
Like saying in Michigan doesn't mean anything. That's like saying in the ocean. Okay. Great. Well, where's your boat going to be? In the ocean.
I don't know. Where's your house?
Okay.
How would I know?
Bro, you didn't even ask. The details that I asked you and
So
requested.
you asked me to ask you? That was
No,
your
bro.
point?
I just asked you for basic requisite information.
Okay, so I should have asked you to ask me. Like, that's
If there was some points of clarification you needed, when I reach out to somebody, here's how normal people do things, right? Like any regular good faith person. I know you wouldn't know this, even though I've set up
You're
hundreds.
the expert.
Yeah, I do. I set up hundreds of debates, hundreds. And they all seem to go off without a hitch, except the one that happened in person with you, because when I reached out to get requisite information that was required, you decided to troll. You're like, nope, fuck you, not going to give you any information.
Well, I
absolutely
was speaking
refuse.
Your language, Andrew.
Trolling is my language?
Yeah, that's
what have I trolled? I'm sorry, what have I trolled about? I got clear terms for the debate from you that you demanded.
Hold on. You asked me a question. What did you troll about?
Yeah, what am I trolling about?
One could say you were trolling when you said to Glenn that he will be a neutral, fair moderator and he will stay in your house and eat your sandwiches and go hunting with you. One could have said that's a troll, or that was bad faith. Which one was it, Andrew? Which one?
You're fucking the moderator. Bro, you're fucking the moderator, and you're worried about me being bad faith in my moderator selection.
So now this debate is about my penis.
No, the debate is just to say that if you're concerned about Glenn being biased, how in the world can you do that when you agreed to that moderator and you're fucking this moderator and I agreed, and you don't think that's bias?
I'm not going to answer that wild claim, but I will say, Andrew, that has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that you asked me to point out your trolling, and here I go pointing out your trolling.
It's not trolling.
And the only thing you can come back with
agreed to him being the mod.
With your dick?
Bro, you agreed that he would be the mod.
Yes,
that can't,
I did agree.
Then how's it bad faith?
You asked me where the trolling comes in.
Yeah, how's that trolling if you agree?
Well, okay, then maybe it was bad faith. Maybe you're.
How is it bad faith if you agree?
Telling somebody that you're going to go hunting with them the day after the debate?
Why is that a problem?
That's kind of strange.
Okay, see this moderator?
Good point, Andrew. Have you ever asked any of your other moderators to go hunting with you or stay at your house?
Yeah, in fact, Pedro would be one. Zen Shapiro comes over often, all the time, in fact. He's been to my house, I think, at least 4 times. We've been out shooting multiple times. Fuck, Chase Haggard, he's done moderation. Same thing. He's welcome to come over anytime that they want. Why is that a problem, Base?
No problem. All right, so clearly...
So wait, I thought it was trolling 5 seconds ago. Why is that a problem?
Well, I said it was either trolling or bad faith.
How's it bad faith?
Well, the idea of, it's fine, Andrew.
No, it's not fine. I want an answer to the question. How is it bad faith?
No. You know what? I'm sure
Let's move
everyone
on.
thinks that it's perfectly good faith when you set those things up. So you're saying that my answer to you was not okay because I didn't answer the specific place in Michigan that we would have this debate at.
Well, no, you just didn't give me anything. You just said I'm going to land in Michigan. That doesn't tell me anything.
No. Okay. I think this is where where I can continue on with my coverage. Hopefully, no. It's not that you just said you didn't like get any details. You didn't like there was no good. It's like I'm just gonna land here. Okay, I'm gonna land in Michigan. All right. It's like all right. Again, when I get here in Michigan, where do I need to go exactly? I can give you an accurate time frame of when I'll get there. When I get that information, and then on the 28th we can do the debate at this time. And all that stuff and blah 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 fucking blah. And we can take in like an hour or so for the debate. That would be the information Andrew's requesting. Okay, but instead you ask for a box of fucking chocolates and a BLT sandwich because I don't know why. Because you're a troll.
What does that mean?
So then wouldn't a normal, reasonable person respond back with, well, where in particular? What city?
A normal, reasonable person would never in a million years respond with, I want a fucking tuna sandwich, a box of chocolates, and balloons. That's not what a reasonable person responds to.
I never, well.
Yeah, that is what you said. And the thing is that, no, that was bad faith trolling. And so it was beyond obvious at that point that you were not coming out on the 18th. It was beyond obvious that you were not going to pay for Glenn Lawrence. You said multiple times that you were not going to pay, even though you had agreed to do it. So as far as I was concerned, you threw the debate.
So you're just going to lie?
That's not a lie. That's factually what happened.
It is a lie because
then prove it.
Off communication.
Bro, there's no more communication to be had. There's no more communication to be had. If you don't give me basic details about a debate, I can't show up to it.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
If you block me, I can't show up to it, can I?
You could have given me the details long before I blocked you.
And you could have not blocked me.
I don't need why. Wait. Just the details. You just didn't give them to me. Why would I just assume that was good faith?
I gave you some, right?
I don't know why that got cut off for some reason. It's very weird. Again, I wish I could do this video on the Crucible, but I digress. Andrew, not allowed it up yet.
Gave you an idea of when I would be landing.
You just trolled.
Gave you an idea of what time we would be debating.
All you did was troll. That's it.
Yeah, just saying. He's trying to be like, oh, well, I gave you an idea of when I would be landing. Okay. All right. But then the rest of it was a troll. Okay. And again, You should have requested. Like, if you're going to go somewhere, you don't know where you need to be going. It's up to you to ask for the damn information. Like, say, hey, okay, I'll be landing at this time. What address do I need to get there? And then I'll, can give you a more accurate time frame of when I can do it. Like, again,
That's your story and your stick.
No, that's what you did. You trolled. And so I was like, okay, if you're just going to troll, you throw the debate, fuck off. I don't have time for it, Base. I don't have time.
Right.
Yeah, right.
But you had time to be up till 5, 6 a.m. arguing with idiots, as you put it.
Well, just so you understand, I worked third shift almost my entire life. Now, I don't know if you know this. What do you think third shift entails? What do you think the time frame for third shift is? Would that be day or night?
Morning?
Nighttime. Right, exactly.
Wow,
so
amazing.
for me, staying up to 6 o'clock in the morning is like, what I've done for basically 20 fucking years, Base.
While drinking? You do that at work?
No, but when I'm not working, sometimes I'll drink. Yeah.
To the point that you're slurring your words?
What does that have to-
arguing with
Bro,
idiots, as you put it? Well, no, you wanted to.
Why is this
draw
problematic?
You wanted to draw this parallel.
Yeah, why is it
Working.
problematic for me to have a good time?
I've watched several debates. I've watched several TikTok streams and stuff. I don't remember ever hearing Andrew slur. Like, I don't really hear that. And so fucking what? Again, so what? Was he like incoherent? Was he jacking off to the like? What is this? Like, what does it fucking matter? Oh, you're slurring your words while you're streaming. Who the fuck cares? Okay, who the fuck cares? And I don't believe this at all. And I haven't seen every single TikTok invasion or trash talk extravaganza or any of that. All I've seen is Andrew just doing debates and having a few beers here and there, and and often it's mostly the same one for a while. The only time it really changes out is when he has really long ones. But again, it's like, I don't fucking dumb.
I'm on stream. Why is that a problem for you?
That's a good time. Chain smoking and drinking.
Yeah, it's a great time.
That's a good time.
Yeah, it's a great time. What's the problem?
Right. And family is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you remember how you said that my wife had veneers? And then you said he's supposedly a family man. Why did you say my wife had veneers?
That's what she put on her Twitter that I recall.
No. Why don't you pull it up, Base? Because you just told another lie.
Why don't you pull it?
And you also said, well, I have a clip. Do you want
I love that. It's like, why don't you pull it up? But you're the one making the claim. The burden of proof is on you, dumbass.
The clip of me saying it, which I've already said that.
Yeah, and you also said that there was no. You also said that there was no medical reason for her to have gotten that done. No discernible medical reason, right, Base?
Okay, was there?
No, prove it. I want you to prove that there was no discernible.
Well,
yeah.
I was looking at what she said about.
So you have no proof?
So she was lying?
Lying about what?
I was saying what she said. No.
What did she say? Do you even remember?
No, I don't remember.
You don't remember what she said?
That she had gotten new teeth and recommended this dentist.
Mm-hmm. And do you know who paid for him?
No, I guess it came from a Sky Fair.
Yeah, do you know who? Well, it could have come from, I don't know, somebody doing a pro bono too, right?
Oh, sure. Could have.
Now, again, this is, in my opinion, Andrew being a bit petty. But this guy has said so many lies, it's kind of warranted being a little petty, I guess. But he's being petty. Andrew's definitely being petty here. He's being extremely petty. But, obviously, okay? Obviously, Andrew paid for his wife's dental work, obviously. Okay, of course, he's the family man. He's the head of his family. He's the one who makes the money. She doesn't, really make much money, or I assume. It's obvious, anyone, obviously would say, like, yeah, he definitely paid for it. But again, it doesn't really fucking matter, okay? Even if he did pay for it, doesn't matter. That doesn't make him any less of a family man for paying for his wife's teeth that she wanted and stuff. And unless you can claim that they are veneers, can't really make that claim either unless you have proof that they are veneers. They could just be all caps or something like that. And I don't know. Again, who the fuck cares if she got veneers? Like, because I remember, all right, so here's what, she was on Tenet Media, and then she was on whatever. And Tenet Media, her teeth were, fucked up, all right? And then on whatever, they were all perfectly fine. Okay, so it could have been like she saw what she looked like on whatever. She maybe got a little insecure, as women often do. Okay, or maybe I don't know. And then and then she decided, hey, I want to get this done real quick. I don't know. Again, who fucking cares? Who the fuck cares? It's so petty to care about.
Well, it could have come from any number of different arenas, right, Base?
Could have, yeah.
Yeah. Then why did you say that I paid for him, Base? Why'd you say that?
So you didn't pay for them.
Why did you say that, Base?
So you didn't pay.
Why are you answering question with a question? Answer the question.
Because it's reasonable.
Why is it reasonable?
Why not? You're the husband and the provider.
It's totally unreasonable. But let's assume for a second that we just went with your line of logic, which is totally unreasonable. How would me paying for my wife to have
I disagree with it, Wilson. Here, I don't think it's unreasonable for someone to assume that he paid for his wife's teeth. I don't think that's unreasonable. I don't think that's unreasonable thinking. I just don't think it really matters that much. Who the fuck cares? Like, who the fuck cares? Like, honestly, who cares if she got veneers and stuff and he paid for them? Like, who the fuck cares? Okay. And, it's because, he said, rejection of materialism and having nice teeth is a materialistic thing or some shit like that. I don't think it is, actually. I don't think it is to get veneers or whatever to be it may be a little materialistic. I think it's more ego than materialistic and stuff. Like, I want to get my bond teeth straightened because they're fucked up and gross. But that's not, I don't know. Maybe that is materialistic. But here's the thing is Andrew never said don't do anything material, reject materialism at all. He just said don't make it your God. Don't make materialism your God. That's what what he was saying. So just because he has some materialistic things here and there, buying a bunch of guns is materialistic. Doesn't really fucking matter, does it?
Caps put on her teeth. How would that make me not a family man?
Yeah, so he's claiming he got caps. She got caps on her teeth.
I don't know that anyone said it wouldn't.
Well, here's the clip. Inside this clip, what you specifically said is he claims to reject materialism, be some kind of family man.
Well, isn't that what
then
you've
his
done?
wife bought veneers. Then he got his. Then he got his. Hang on. Then he got his wife veneers. He got her veneers. Why in the world, even if that was true, would that mean that I wasn't interested in my family's well-being base? That makes no sense.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, I'm going to answer now.
Okay.
So, chain smoking, drinking to inebriation.
See, you notice Bates just pivoted away. Andrew asked a very specific question. Okay, how would him paying for his wife veneers, caps, whatever they want to call them, how would that be him being a bad family?
Okay, are you ready?
Even if that was true, would that mean that I wasn't interested in my family's well-being base?
So there you go. So even the question was asked around his wife's teeth, which again, I don't fucking care, but it was around his wife's teeth. And so instead of addressing that, because Based here realized he's a fucking idiot, he pivots and says, smoking.
Makes no sense.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, I'm going to answer now.
Okay.
So, chain smoking, drinking to inebriation on a regular basis, staying up to 4 a.m. to argue with idiots, right, apparently, and doing things that seem to focus on materialism goes against what you have said, right?
Okay. What? Smoking, drinking, arguing with idiots, and what's materialism there? I don't get this.
In exchange with Wes Watson.
Okay, prove it.
Prove that you poisoning yourself is not adding to your family.
Yeah, what does that mean?
What proof do you have he is poisoning himself?
Poisoning myself.
2 packs of cigarettes a day, something like that. That would seem like poisoning.
So are you saying that people don't smoke their entire lives and have no health ramifications from it at all?
Am I saying that people smoke their whole lives and don't have health ramifications? No,
are you saying that? Are you saying that that's not true? That people can't smoke their entire lives, have no health ramifications at all?
So you're asking
answer my
the
question,
exception to the rule, in case there's some people who have done what you're describing.
Yeah.
But the exception to the rule makes the rule, Andrew?
I didn't say that. I asked you a question. Can you answer it?
Is there anyone who has smoked their whole life without health ramifications?
Yeah.
No, there is not.
Okay, good. Prove it.
Like, this is a dumb assertion too, because yes, there are people who smoked their whole lives, didn't affect them at all. They it's obvious because there's nothing ever that's 100%. Okay, there's always a person, a small percentage of people that can do X thing and it not affect them negatively. It's always something. Okay, it's always there's always exceptions to the rule and stuff. So this whole there isn't anyone in the history of the world who's ever smoked their whole life and not had adverse effects. Just wrong.
Prove it.
Yeah.
Prove that drinking cyanide is bad, Andrew.
Well, I don't understand. I can. Would you like me to prove that drinking cyanide is bad?
Sure.
Okay. So it looks like cyanide at X dose is a...
See, he flipped it again. Base pivoted from a different question. He's like, prove that... Andrew asked him to prove that no one has ever smoked their whole life and not had any adverse effects. And then Base turns around and says, well, prove that drinking cyanide is bad. Now, the correct information, and he's like, yeah, I can do that. But what Base should have said is prove that no one has drunk cyanide and not been adversely affected. Prove that no one has drunk cyanide that and hasn't been adversely affected. Which, you know, the easiest thing that Andrew could have done, you know, that was questions like, no, I'm sure there are people, okay, a very low percentage, but I'm sure there's someone out there that has drunk cyanide and not had an adverse effect. I'm sure that's possible.
Lethal poison, which will kill you. This is from WebMD. Looks like about 0.2 milligrams will do you in.
And I'm going through Rachel Wilson's timeline, roughly around the time, and I have yet to see I've yet to see anything about her and veneers. I haven't seen anything about that. I scrolled through them. I'm looking through it. I don't think anything of her with veneers. So I don't know where he said where she said. He said she was following her tweets.
Mm-hmm. Do you agree, or do you think that WebMD maybe is full of shit?
No, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Does that prove that nobody has not died of
that's your claim?
cyanide?
I know
Does
that's
that prove that? Well, no, that was actually what you asked me.
I didn't make any
nobody
claim about
smoked cigarettes their whole life and not had health ramifications.
Yeah, so let's just back up. You claimed nobody has. That's a hell of a claim. Can you back it up?
Yeah, sure.
Then do it.
Because cigarettes and all of the chemicals inside of them, if they don't subtract from the longevity of your life, that would be the quantity, then they most certainly affect the quality of one's life.
For everybody?
For everyone, Andrew.
Then prove it.
Animals.
Then prove it.
Okay, so we'll go to WebMD and then we can do this the same, right?
Yeah.
Because we're taking it to WebMD. Okay, according to WebMD, smoking is the leading preventable cause of death in the United States, killing over 480,000 people each year. Okay. Smoking can cause many problems, including heart disease, lung disease, cancer, risk of stroke, conditions that lead to blindness, type 2 diabetes, miscarriage, and premature delivery.
Okay. For everybody? Whoever smoked?
Yeah.
So what if...
See, that's not what was said on WebMD, saying this is, you know, the percentage of people who smoke that, you know, is adversely affected. This is what happens. 430,000 people are affected by this. Okay. So does that say that that's 400,000 out of 400,000? Doubt it.
What if you smoke pipe? Is that the same thing?
Smoke pipe?
Yeah, smoke a pipe.
Of what?
I don't know. Tobacco. Yeah, tobacco.
Okay, tobacco. Is it natural tobacco or is it cigarette tobacco? With
cigarette.
Well,
I don't know.
Well, it's a big difference, Andrew. Right?
Yeah, let's just say cigarette. Let's just say cigarette tobacco.
Okay. So what would the distinction be?
Well, I'm just curious. I'm just asking you. Like, there's nobody who's ever smoked their whole life with no negative health ramifications. I just want to make sure that we're clear on that, and that you're going to prove that claim.
Yeah, cigarettes. I know this is very complicated. I know it's probably blowing your mind, but cigarettes does in fact cause health problems for people who use them regularly.
It also increases gut motility.
Really?
Yeah.
So again, Bates doesn't prove his point at all. He just says there are, you know, 4 people. You know, now if he said, well, I'm sure a lot of people it adversely affects his health, their health, et cetera, and Andrew probably would have agreed. Like, yeah, they do. It does. What Bates didn't prove at all that everyone who smokes cigarettes has had an adverse effect. There are people who don't smoke cigarettes that have adverse effects and getting cancer, lung cancer. They've never smoked cigarettes in their entire life, and then they get lung cancer. There's people out there like that. So like this, his assertion doesn't make any fucking sense. And again, I've yet to see where Rachel Wilson on her Twitter has stated she's gotten veneers. I scrolled through a bunch of timelines. I have yet to see that. So I don't know what is proof of that.
Also increases gut motility.
So does that purported benefit outweigh the detrimental effects of smoking?
Well,
cigarettes?
it did for me. I quit. My doctor told me I needed to start again or I'd die.
Wow.
Yeah.
So your doctor's an idiot. What else does that prove?
You think?
So gut motility is in normal digestion. Food is moved through the digestive tract by rhythmic contractions called peritiolysis. This process is referred to as gastrointestinal mobility if it involves any part of the digestive tract, or gastric mobility if it involves the stomach. Once you swallow food, it moves down esophagus, feeding tube by peritiolysis, whatever. So apparently, Andrew's saying that his doctor told him that his by smoking it would improve his gut motility.
Think he's an idiot? That I would have explained.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a doctor who tells you to smoke cigarettes is an idiot.
Okay, well, let's see if he's an idiot or not. I had a communicable disease that I picked up at a meatpacking plant that has a 40% lethality rate, 40%. It attacks the digestive system. Okay, it was a huge problem for me about 2.5 years ago. I talked about it a bit, right? It was not fun. Well, about 3.5 years ago. I'm sorry. It was not fun for me. It sucked real bad. Okay, and I had quit smoking. But the thing is that my gut motility had slowed down so much that this could have in fact been lethal for me. My doctor literally told me, do not quit smoking. If your gut motility slows down too much, you can always quit later, right? But this disease could kill you.
So, question for you: when you said you should smoke, what is it about smoking that apparently is good for you?
It increased my gut motility.
No. I understand that point. I'm asking chemically. Is it the nicotine? Is it the tobacco itself? Is it inhaling tar? What part of smoking cigarettes is actually good for you?
Well, often the nicotine and some of the additives which are put in are good for you. Yeah.
Like arsenic, rat poison, or
some of those are bad for you, but they have various effects on different people.
Okay. Well, if nicotine is the primary, I'm not sure if it is the primary, but if it is, then why not get all of the good stuff and none of the bad stuff?
We tried it. Yeah, we tried it. It was funny. I tried chew. I tried everything over the counter I could. I tried nicotine patches. I tried Nicorette gum, and my gut motility wasn't moving anywhere. Interestingly enough, I went and smoked a pack of cigarettes, and yeah, it started to enable gut motility. It was a real bad time. It wasn't fun.
All right. I'm not going to say anything bad about that. I'm glad that,
Well, are you sure, Base? Because before I was killing myself, right?
Well, I don't completely agree with you, but you're making that claim.
But again, he's like, oh, I'm not agreeing with you. What evidence do you have that he's fucking bullshitting? Like, seriously, I hate this. He's like, well, I'm not agreeing with you. Okay, that's fine. You cannot agree with it at all. But here's the thing is you don't have any evidence that says that he's lying. You're just saying, I don't agree with you. You tool.
I'll accept it.
Well, that is
I'm not going to interview your doctor. I'm not going to interview your doctor.
Yeah, I mean, but that's
I'm
what
not
happened,
so sure that he said to smoke 2 packs of Marlboros or whatever.
He said what he said is that it's far better for you to smoke as much as is necessary to get your gut motility up. If you quit smoking now, you're probably going to die.
Yeah. There's no other ways to affect your gut motility.
We tried everything.
Probiotics.
The probiotics we tried, and tried them to very little results. Same thing when I was taking raw foods. We were trying everything we could possibly try. It was a miserable condition. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. I wouldn't even wish it on an idiot like you.
That's right, because I'm not your worst enemy.
You're just an idiot.
Your friend.
You're not my friend.
With that said, well, I'm just saying I'm probably closer too. At least somebody being honest with you. I'm not so sure about your doctor, but based on that claim, it sounds.
Again, what evidence do you have that his doctor's lying? Like, what the fuck is this? You're just like, well, I just know cigarettes bad. Okay, cool, sure. Cigarettes are bad for the majority of people. There are some people it's good for. Clearly, unless you have evidence, a sign that, hey, Andrew Wilson's full of shit, you don't have that. You just have to take his word for it. And unless you got proof that he's a liar, shut the fuck up, dude.
Sounds like you're missing the biggest grift. Cigarette commercials, Andrew. Think about it.
Okay, so anyway, your next claim that I'm a liar and a grifter, unless you're going to claim that I lied about that too. Do you want to make the claim that I lied about what I just said?
Your health, out of respect, I'll leave your health condition and apparently what your doctor told you alone. But if you want to dig deeper into it, did the doctor say, yeah, you need a pint of whiskey each night too?
No, but I don't drink a pint of whiskey each night.
Okay.
In fact, I don't drink whiskey at all, really, ever. I don't think I've drank. I don't think I've drunk any whiskey this entire year. Yeah. Well, how often do you think I drink beer per week?
I don't know, but it seems that each time I've run into you on the panels, you've been intoxicated.
Am I drinking right now?
Doesn't seem like it.
Am I intoxicated right now?
Doesn't seem like it.
No, well, that's interesting. How often,
by the way,
how often do you run into me on panels?
Probably a couple times a week. I see you on a
panel.
Yeah,
so sometimes you'll see me. Sometimes, you'll see me over talking with Grid One or talking to some of these guys when they invite me on their panels. So here's what actually happens. See,
okay, go on.
And this is where you fuck everything up because you don't know what you're talking about. What happens is I get requests every single day from dozens and dozens of different channels.
So I'm just just quick Google search here. Just quick Google search. All right. See, I just typed in, can smoking improve gut motility? Okay. In addition to harmful effects of nicotine, smoking can impair the normal functions of the digestive functions. It can increase gut permeability, alter intestinal mobility, and it can increase gut. Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, so quitting smoking could lead to major changes in gut. I'm assuming that means motility. So, it can lead to this. It can lead to that is what I'm saying. So it can lead that it could disrupt your gut permeability. But another thing is here from American Heart Association, it can lead to major changes in your gut. I'm assuming that means gut motility. So, I mean, it's like, it can affect this. It can affect that. Like, seriously, again, he doesn't have any proof of that. He's just saying, I don't believe your doctor. Because why?
Also request me to go.
Like what if Andrew's doctor was the top doctor of all doctors, all right? And that's what he told him. Is he still a fucking liar? Like, this is ridiculous at this point.
Go on their channel all the time. Grid One happens to be one who sends me a link almost every evening. Same thing goes over to Speakeasy. He sends me a link almost every single evening. Okay? So what happens is sometimes I'll get these links. It'll be 2:30 in the morning when I'm relaxing in my home. And when I'm relaxing in my home, I'm not planning on working, not planning on streaming. So I have a couple of drinks. Okay. These guys drop a link and say, hey, you want to pop on and hang out for a little while? I say, sure. Now I'm relaxing and I'm doing them a favor. Why is it bad for me to be relaxing in my home, having a couple of drinks on my off time, and then help a guy out on their stream? Why is that a bad thing?
Yeah, well, as far as I do,
if I may, for just a moment, gentlemen, I just want to kind of bring us back around, just for a quick moment, and then base back to you. So we have kind of drifted the topics a little bit across the board. That's fine with me. I'm going to allow you guys to do whatever you need to do, but I just wanted to bring that to your attention that you are kind of off track a little bit and kind of going in different directions. But as long as you both are still okay with going in that direction and talking the talk, I'm gonna sit back and shut up. Thank you.
Yeah. So with that said, I didn't say that was the only time I've seen you drinking. Right? I'm not making the argument that drinking anything is bad. I'm not making the argument that I never drink.
Well, how often am I allowed to?
You're interrupting me now, Andrew.
I just want to know how often I'm allowed to.
Are you done? I'm making the argument that your excessive drinking, as I've seen it, not just in the panelverse, but as well as on your own extravaganzas, that sort of thing, drinking at noon, whatever.
When's the last time I did extravaganza?
To the point of intoxication.
Great.
Where you're slurring your words and clearly a little bit lost.
How often do you get intoxicated?
I mean, I would say never.
Again, I've watched these extravaganzas. I've never seen Andrew to the point where he's slurring his words. Okay, I haven't seen it now, so I don't know what he's talking about.
Did I get intoxicated?
See, this would be a point where he should bring up a video of Andrew's extravaganzas and with timestamps and show where he is slurring his words. Again, he's just making assertions here, not providing any proof.
Ever
having a few drinks? I'd say a couple times a month.
Yeah. How often do you have a few drinks and maybe you slur a little bit?
Slur? I mean, I don't know. I don't think I do.
You just one drink away? You never do it? You have perfect moderation every single time?
No, I don't think anyone is perfect, Andrew.
Okay,
That's
great.
not the argument. The argument is not perfection.
How much am I allowed to drink per month?
Well, you're allowed to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, but I mean, when you say that this is excessive, your word is excessive. What does that mean? What does excessive mean? I haven't done a trash talk extravaganza in like 35 or 40 days. Okay, that's one. Two, when I'm on these panels, most of the time I nurse the same beer for 8 fucking hours. Like, what are you even talking about, man?
Sure.
Show the proof.
Here's the thing. You know,
show the proof how much I drink.
Sure.
You know and I know is not an argument. You know and I know that he knows that I don't know what you don't know.
Sure.
Show the proof.
You done?
Yeah, show the proof.
Okay. So next point, multiple debates, as with Dillahunt.
Again, pointing out every time Based is cornered, he just like, all right, moving on. This has happened multiple times at this point. It's ridiculous.
Oh wait, I just want to back up. Are you saying you don't have any proof for your earlier claim that I drank to excess?
Yeah. I didn't take screenshots. I didn't line up a bunch of voice recordings of you slurring or anything like that. So yeah, I'm not here to prove your alcoholism, Andrew. That's not the duty of this.
Well, then why are you saying that I drank to excess? And that's one of your criticisms, but you're here with no proof.
Hold on, didn't you just admit that you do?
No.
No, you didn't?
No. In fact, I don't think I do. I don't think I drink to excess. I don't know where you got that fucking idea.
Oh, okay. So it's all within moderation.
Can you show the proof of me drinking to excess? I have a couple drinks a week. A week. Can you show the proof otherwise?
And you believe your own bullshit. That's great.
Okay, hang on. You know what? You can literally win this debate right here, right now, and destroy me if you can just show proof.
Okay, next point. Multiple debates.
Again, Andrew corners him, and he just moves on. He doesn't have proof for anything. He's just making a certain, like, he drinks to excess. Again, who fucking cares? Like, seriously, who cares? Like, if he drinks to excess, all right, that means he's not able to provide anything, or again, I've watched plenty of Andrew's videos. I don't see him drinking to excess. I don't see him drunk. Okay, I don't see him intoxicated to the point where he's slurring his words. I don't see any of this.
It's as with Dillahunt and the Ashley Alex debate, is that mid-debate, you make the claim that you didn't know what the debate topic was.
I'm trying to
the Dillahunt debate and the one with Ashley and
No,
Alex.
that claim was never made in the Dillahunt debate.
Really?
Really.
So you didn't say during the Dillahunt debate, oh, I thought the topic was something else.
No,
when you looked behind you and said, oh,
the opposite. The opposite. You got it all fucked up, man. I don't know. I don't know how you fucked this up. So here's what actually happened. What actually happened is someone in the audience said, when they were coming up for the Q&A, said, I can see the debate topic behind you and you're off topic. And I said, no. That was not the debate topic. And it wasn't. And you can go on Modern Day Debate and you can see the debate topic for yourself. They had a betting crew who was there for that debate. And the betting crew, because they were taking bets on this live, they put that topic up there under the betting crew. That's what happened. The actual debate that we agreed to, that's never been in any sort of contention. There was some confusion that happened because that audience member said that, and then that was behind us on the panel, but that was due to a third-party betting crew who came in and put that up as part of like, I don't know what it was, James, they were like helping fund James or something like that, and they wanted to advertise because this was a big debate. And so they did. And so they had that up there. The guy asked, we told him exactly, we clarified it right then and there. Right then and there, it was clarified. And you can go to the channel right this second, and you can see the title for yourself.
Okay, and same thing with the Ashley Alex debate?
With the PWF debate, you got to remind me some of the particulars.
It was something about Red Pill, I think.
You don't even know. You don't know the particulars.
yeah, I don't remember the name. It's not important.
Well, I mean, if you don't know the particulars,
Well, you just say it's like I don't remember the name. It's not important. Well, if it's not important, why'd you bring it up? Like, why? If it's not important, then why are you saying that Andrew? It would be kind of important to be like, hey, the debate was this, and then Andrew claimed that that wasn't the debate, and he was like, it would be important. Like, what are you talking about? It's not important.
I don't know how I can answer.
Well, did you not say during the debate that you didn't know, that you were told it was something else? And then Ashley made a whole video showing that you didn't know what the debate topic was.
The reason I remember what happened with the Dillahunty debate is because it was a huge debate. It was a massive debate. It was seen by hundreds of thousands, perhaps millions of people, covered by endless amounts of channels. So I was invested in that. The PWF debate, to be honest with you, it wasn't really a very big deal debate to me. It was a favor debate. The reason that this favor debate happened is because Ashley had reached out. She wanted someone to do the debate, and I had considered her a friend, so I was willing to help her out with this debate. But I don't remember all of the particulars of it.
Okay. Next, moving on. Examples of grifting. You representing your channel as what I've referred to as a Christ pill sect of Eastern Orthodoxy Christianity. When it comes to many of your debates,
back up. Can you tell me what that means? What is a Christ? Well, I don't understand what you're saying. A Christ pill sect of Orthodox Christianity means what?
Yeah. So Christ pill would be the idea of a religious affiliate.
And this is where like it just derails completely for Based Oracle, because this doesn't make any sense. Because Andrew Wilson's show is not Christ pill stuff. It's not a Christ pill show. He doesn't promote Christianity on his channel. I've yet to see it. When he's asked, like, when he's confronting other Christians, he may talk about his faith and stuff, but he's not promoting in the sense of you should go to Orthodox Christianity unless someone specifically asks if they should or not. Okay, that's what happens. Okay, but to claim that Andrew Wilson is promoting his Christianity, you'd have to show like proof of him saying, on every show, saying you must do, you should go to the Orthodox, you should do that. All I've really heard him say is, I'm an Orthodox Christian. This is my set of beliefs. And that's only when he's talking to other Christians, mostly women, on other panels. It's the only time he really does that. So to promote it, like that's not a promotion. That's just stating facts. Like, this is the incumbent of my being. These are where my ethics come from. My ethics are different from your ethics, even though they're both Christian.
Affiliation to your mission and the sect.
What mission?
SECT.
Wait, what mission?
I'm going to explain.
Okay.
Eastern Orthodoxy Christianity, when it comes to many of your debates and appearances on Fresh and Fit, whatever podcast, etc., when it comes to your speaking points and community cultivation, i.e., fighting back against degeneracy, restoring Christianity in America, making references to the Bible, Christ, God in debates and discussion, such as with Wes Watson, for example, quote, as Christ said himself, unquote. And then anytime that I've seen you get pushback on some of your speaking points as pertains to the Christ pill that I'm outlining, that your response is, I'm just an entertainer. So on one end, you're giving the perception to your community, the people that pay you with super chats, with watching your streams, etc., that they're fighting back against degeneracy by being involved with the Crucible crew, as well as supporting through super chats, etc. But then whenever you're pushed back on any speaking points, it turns into, well, no, I'm just a debater, bro.
I'm sorry.
I
gotta back up and get a few things clarified here.
Sure.
First of all, are you saying that and I just want to make sure that I get these numbers right, the almost 4,000 live viewers in my chat right now are all fucking stupid?
No, I highly doubt they're all fucking stupid.
Do you think that just all of the ones who send in super chats are all fucking stupid?
No, not necessarily.
No, not necessarily. Do you think that the people who watch and are my fans and watch tons and tons and oodles and boodles of my content don't understand what it is that I'm about? So what you're doing is you're making a category error. And the category error is a word concept fallacy. Here's a word concept fallacy. Okay, I am an entertainer. There's no doubt that I'm an entertainer. There's no doubt that I do a lot of political debates and that they're very fucking entertaining. And that's why tons and tons of people come out to watch them, because they're really fucking entertaining. The reason there's 4,000 people watching right now, it's not because of you, right? You suck and are boring as shit. You are boring, Oracle. Nobody has come out to watch you because you suck. They're all here to watch me because I don't suck. I am an entertainer. Objectively, I'm an entertainer. I don't know where you get this idea that I'm not.
An egomaniac. I totally agree with you.
How is that ego? Wait. Is this ego to say that none of these people who are on this channel
right this second is basis of your ego?
That's not ego.
Right? I'm a terrible entertainer, and you're the best. Oh, that's objectively true.
Then, bro,
that's objectively true.
Yeah, it must be. And why is it that you don't have anybody to entertain?
What is the metric?
Well, here, I can tell you this. Okay.
So you're not going to answer?
Yeah, I'm going to answer. So here's what I can tell you. I can tell you that a normal live stream of mine, somewhere between 12 and 25,000 people come through one of those live streams. That's somewhere akin to every single airplane in the sky of the United States is filled to the brim. That would be a representation of my audience. You couldn't fill 4 seats. You couldn't fill 8 seats on one of those aircraft. Now, hang on. And you're worried. Your concern is whether or not I'm an entertainer and you're not an entertainer. I think that's pretty objective, honestly.
Well, I do appreciate your straw man of my argument, Andrew. That is delightful. But with that said, there's plenty of entertainers, as you would put it, with far more reach than you have, right? Just like you
Yeah.
have far more reach.
And I
than
agree that they're
have.
entertainers. I agree they're
Now,
good
the
entertainers.
reach in and of itself is not a problem, right? As neither is the money. The question is, are you actually delivering to your audience what you're selling?
Yeah, what am I selling?
Well, I just outlined it for you.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know what any of that means. So here's what I'll acknowledge.
Okay.
Here's what I can acknowledge that I sell. If you go to the Crucible.video, I sell access to a video site for my content. Can you show a single person who's been victimized and makes the claim that they have not gotten their membership that they paid for to that website? I also sell merchandise. Hey, can you show me a single victim who's paid me for merchandise who has not received it? A single victim of these things that I physically sell. Any? Can you show me one?
Yeah, again, this false dichotomy that you would have to not deliver the physical goods that you're selling on your website.
That's what you just
has
said.
really nothing to do with my
You
argument.
just said that.
Yes, it does. If you call someone a grifter, okay, person who engages in petty or small-scale swindling, okay, that is what a grifter is, okay? Like that would be a grifter, okay? So if he's not, okay, so a grifter is a con artist, someone who swindles people out of money through fraud. If there's one type, that's his word. So through fraud. So if Andrew doesn't, okay, if he says I'm going to do X, give me money to do X, and then he doesn't follow up with X, then he's a grifter. He just swindled people through fraud, giving them expectations. That is a grifter. But people have changed it by saying you're just, I don't even know what, like they call people grifter because they don't like the messaging they have, basically.
No, it's a misrepresentation, Andrew. I didn't say that you're not fulfilling anything to your audience.
What am I missing?
That's what a grifter is. You don't fulfill. You're not fulfilling your audience. You're not giving them what they expect. Okay, but you're taking their money still.
Misrepresenting. Let me ask you, what do you think the Crucible means, Andrew?
The reason that we use the imagery for the Crucible was because I really enjoyed the book, The Crucible. The imagery all comes from that book, which is about witch hunts. It was an interesting book, but it really has nothing to do with the witch hunts. I just really like the imagery. And I thought that the channel was a badass name. I thought the Crucible was a badass name for a channel. It was easy to remember. I had about 100 of them. I picked the Crucible. I've explained the story many times. The imagery for the Crucible came from that book, The Crucible.
Does it have a religious affiliation?
No.
No, really?
Yeah, really.
So you're going to lie here and say that the Crucible does not have a religious affiliation?
I don't know how many times I have said live that this is not a religious channel. There are atheists.
No, you've said that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of the lie.
So I don't understand.
It's not the lie. Like, what is this guy talking about? This is the part where I just realized how dumb this guy is. Okay, so because Andrew named his channel The Crucible, it's a religious channel. That's his basic. If you boil it down, that's the basis of it. And by claiming it's not a religious channel, Andrew's a liar and a grifter. Okay, but that's not true. Okay, you can name yourself something. Okay, so based Oracle. So because you don't successfully predict the future, and you're not Greek, like, is your channel a Greek channel? Like based Oracle, okay? Is it a based Greek channel? Because Oracle's, it's a derivation. It's affiliated with what? Let's see, a priest or priestess acting as a medium through whom advice or prophecy was sought from the gods in classical antiquity, person or thing regarding as an infallible authority or guide on something, response or message given by an oracle, typically. That's not important. So is Base Oracle's channel able to is Based Oracle an infallible authority or guide on something? Okay, or is Based Oracle a priest who acting as a medium through whom advice or prophecy was sought from through the goddess in classical antiquity? Or is Based Oracle, let's see, it has Greek undertones. It's affiliated with like Greek mythology. Is he a Greek, I don't know, mythologist or something? Like, this doesn't make any sense. Okay, you can name your channel a thing. Okay, you can name your channel a thing, and it not have to do with thing. Like, for example, my channel is With Ghost. Why did I choose With Ghost? Well, back when I played Modern Warfare 2, the early one, not the recent one, but like, the 361, there's a character named Ghost. I really liked that character's name. So I named myself Ghost. That is my gamer tag and everything because I like the game, because it's mysterious and I like that shit. All right, that's really cool. So With Ghost, does that mean that I am affiliating myself? There's an affiliation with a Modern Warfare character Ghost, and that's my affiliation? Or that I'm I should be wearing a sheet and going woo, and that like my content is going to be centered around ghosts and shit. Like, this doesn't make any fucking sense. So because Andrew named himself the Crucible, it has a religious undertone. Again, by that logic, do I have a supernatural undertone, or do I have a military undertone, gaming military undertone? Like, this whole thing doesn't make any sense. It's a very poor argument and dumb.
A simpler question.
How is it a lie? Can you
Does the
demonstrate it's a
Crucible-
lie?
Well, the Crucible does have a biblical context, right? Referring to the situation of severe trial.
And the Oracle has a Greek context. Okay, are you a Spartan? Okay, do you represent Spartans? Like, what is this shit?
Place or occasion.
Yeah, but that's
severe
not
test trial.
that's okay. But,
Oh, but that has nothing to do with your channel.
It doesn't. I just
Okay.
explained. Okay, so wait a second. The imagery on my channel, where do you think that comes from?
Well, I didn't ask you about the
Yeah,
imagery,
no, but
Andrew.
I'm making a great point here, so that you,
You
can
think you
understand.
are. You think you are.
Different words have different meanings across
Agreed.
the board. They have different meanings.
Sure.
We not one time referenced anything about the Bible when it came to the name of the channel, The Crucible. And here's my proof. And I can demonstrate this. You can go back to all of my earliest interviews, which are still on this channel, okay, where people have asked me about the name of the channel, the imagery for the channel, and I've explained this to them many, many, many times, that the imagery from the channel came from this book, that we thought that the name was really cool, and that was it. It had nothing to do with the Bible.
Well, I'm
Here,
glad
hang
you
on,
have good
hang on.
practice with
I
the
just explained this to you, so let me ask you a counter question. I just answered yours. Can you prove at all, I mean at all, that anything that is related to the Crucible was chosen because it came out of the Bible?
I can show that the Crucible does in fact have a biblical.
Well, what would that have
religious
to do with my
affiliation.
channel? Why would that
Well,
have anything to
because
do
your
with my
channel
channel?
is named the Crucible. It's
So
not
is
that deep, Andrew.
Okay, well here's
You can't just admit.
Also, Sarah's channel, The Raging Tomato. Okay, tomato. That's a fruit. Does she talk about fruit shit? Is she affiliated with? Does she have fruit undertones? Like, what the fuck? Or vegetable? Tomato's a vegetable, right? I don't fucking know. Is it a fruit? I can't fucking remember. But anyways, like, this doesn't make any fucking sense.
You can't just be like, yes,
this
there is some religious affiliation.
I'm going to show
can't
you.
just say that.
I can't because
Okay.
it would be a lie. So here, I'll
Wow.
prove it. I'll prove it to you again. If you type in The Crucible on YouTube, there's also a channel about the Marine Corps. That's one of the top that comes up. It's about the Marine Corps, and it's called The Crucible. It has nothing to do with the Bible. It's a channel about Marines and their training. That's all it's about. It has nothing to do with the Bible. Are you saying that that's a
Well,
biblical channel?
Well, I would actually. Well, that's a few different questions there. So, as far as I did the Crucible, right? That's a Marine Corps reference. I completed the Crucible.
What does that have to do with anything?
Yeah.
With that said, I would, I haven't done deep research on it, but I would guess there is some religious affiliation to the Crucible being implemented by the Marine Corps.
Yeah, but are
via-
you're not
via-
religious, and you did the Crucible.
Yeah, that's true.
So then I don't understand how it would have anything to. Clearly, they're not
What does
relating
that
this
have
to
to do
the
with
Bible
anything?
because they're not relating this to the Bible. My channel, I just told you, my channel name has nothing to do with the Bible. You can say that there's things in the Bible that talk about the Crucible. What would that have to do with my channel? That's a word concept fallacy. You're saying because in this meaning here, it means this. That must mean on your channel it also means that. That makes no sense.
Well, Andrew, you realize, like, for instance, in a court of law, some things that we can't know, for instance, the state of somebody's mind, what's entered into evidence is called circumstantial evidence.
Yeah, so give me the
if we look at
circumstantial. I'll even take that.
well, if we look at the circumstantial evidence here, is that you have made many claims to, for instance, converting Brian of the whatever podcast.
Never
or
claimed I-
Okay. Again, even if he did convert Brian, doesn't mean his channel's a religious channel. Okay? For his channel to be a religious channel, he would have to have several videos on religion and converting people to religion. Okay? This argument doesn't make any sense. It's how dumb this fucker is. And this is what pisses me off, is how dumb he is. And it's clear he did all this just for clout chasing because he has no argument. Okay? You converted an individual. Okay? Therefore, your channel's religious. What? That makes no sense. All Andrew's content, all of it is debates. That's all it is. Debates, clips of him having debates with people. Let me think. Hold on. Let me see. Let me just go to this. Hold on. We'll just do this real quick. All right. So it's debates. It's live. Let's see. Debate. All right. So, everything is debate from a year ago. Videos. Do. Again, debates. If you go through his channel, it's all debates. All of it's debates. And I'm talking about his videos. So everything on his channel, again, videos, is just of him debating people. Has nothing to do with religion. This is a dumb argument.
Or
Converted
debate.
Brian.
Oh, really? So you didn't
Really?
claim on Glenn Lawrence's stream, hey, guess who is now converting to Eastern Orthodox
No,
Christianity?
I'll tell you exactly what
okay.
happened.
You didn't
Yeah,
have
I'll
that clip pulled up, right?
Yeah, well, I actually do have that clip, but I can
Okay,
tell
you
you.
wanna pull it up?
I can tell you exactly what happened. Yeah, I'll ask Brian to send it right now. What actually happened was this. Brian,
Look, Base, you can't ask for a clip when you've provided no clips. Okay? Shut the fuck up.
out of the blue, while we were on the show live, right? He said, "Listen, what's really weird after listening to hours and hours and hours of Andrew arguing, right? That's actually brought me closer to the idea that maybe there is a foundational, thing to all of this. And if I had to choose a religion, I would choose orthodoxy.
Thank you.
And I was like, dude, that's fucking
Doesn't
amazing.
prove your point, dumbass. Okay, he didn't go out with the intention of converting Brian. Okay, he didn't make this channel to specifically at some point convert Brian. He didn't do any of that. It was, just due to Andrew's reasoning, his logic, and debating other Christians and stuff that caused Brian to, maybe I should give this a shot. Okay. It wasn't a direct intention of his. Okay. It was just a side effect of his good arguments. That's all it is. So that doesn't prove your point based.
Amazing. Like, I thought that was amazing. That was great.
It's amazing. Thank you for proving my point.
What was your point?
That is amazing.
What's the point?
Well, you were just attributed, according to what you said, Brian's converting with you.
Why does that have anything to do with me?
You
That's
just
not
said
me.
it had something to do with
It's not me purposely making him do anything.
Oh, it was accidentally.
That was not my intent to convert Brian. No, he just happened to listen to the arguments, and I guess he came to that, and he announced it. And I was as blown away as everybody.
Did you claim that you were the reason or part of the reason that Brian converted? Or said he was?
No. Brian said that, and then I said that Brian said that.
I'm asking.
And I just told you. No, I said Brian said that this is because of you. It blew me away.
Okay, so going back to Glenn Lawrence's stream, when you hopped in to make the announcement right before our little pre-debate scuffle, and you asked, who do you think that's because of? Referencing yourself.
Yeah, because Brian said it was because of me.
Right.
So what?
Okay, have you made the claim also that you
Brian from whatever is literally in the chat right now, and he says in big bold letters, I claimed it.
Yeah,
are you saying that
initially he claimed it?
Yeah, he claimed
I'm not
it.
disputing that. I'm not
And
disputing that
he claimed that
You're
was due to
disputing
me.
that you then claimed it.
No, he claimed it, and I claimed that he claimed that I was responsible for it. Yes.
I like your word linguistics. It's very
Oh,
good.
well, tell me where I'm wrong.
The point of it is that you were attributed with being part of the reason that Brian converted due to your promotion.
Let's try this.
It wasn't his promotion. Like, there was nothing about his promotion. Like, this is the dumb argument. This guy's retarded. I swear to God. All right. So here's the argument. Here's what happened. Andrew, Orthodox Christian. He argues with hoes. He argues with Christians. He was on or whatever many times when they have other female Christians. He argues with them. His basis for all his arguments come from his Christianity, his Orthodox Christian. When he's arguing with the non-denominational Protestants, wherever the fuck they are, and he ends up winning 99. I'm gonna honestly say 100% of the time he ends up winning. So, and then as a person on the outside, say, Brian sees this, he's like, all right, my buddy Andrew here, he's an Orthodox Christian. He is conversating with other Christians. They are Protestants and non-denominations, blah, blah. They're having a back and forth. Andrew's landing on top. A lot of his ethics are, a lot of his, things are based on stuff you can actually see. I'll look into this. You know what? I'm considering converting to Orthodox Christian based on the fact that Andrew is an Orthodox Christian and his arguments are sound and reasonable. That has nothing to do with Andrew promoting it. Okay. If he was promoting it, Andrew would be like, hey, you must, here's all the good things about Orthodox Christians, blah, blah, blah. Has he said on occasion? Yeah, I'm going to get you, buddy. I'm going to get you. Yeah. But that's more of a tongue in cheek type thing. But like, it's like, there's no promotion of it. It's just good arguments based in his foundation of being an Orthodox Christian. That's not promoting Christianity, you fucking idiots.
Questions here. See if you can answer some of mine. Let's assume for a second that you're a guy and you like to eat vanilla ice cream. Okay. You just like it. You like vanilla ice cream. You think it's delicious. And you go to an ice cream store and you buy an ice cream cone of vanilla ice cream. And you're walking down the street and you're licking the ice cream cone. And a little girl comes by and he's like, man, that looks fucking delicious. I'm going to go get some ice cream. And you know what? That's because of you. And so she goes and she gets some ice cream. And you tell your friends, man, this little girl came by and said, because of me, she's going to go get some ice cream. Does that mean that your intention was to get her to eat vanilla ice cream?
Were you intending to promote ice cream by your act of simply eating ice cream? Is the basics of the argument.
Does that necessarily
answer my
mean
question?
that? The answer, well, I'm answering it more fully because you didn't fully form it. Does that necessarily mean that it's 100% attributed to you? No, obviously not. And nobody made the claim.
No, it would be 100% attributed to you. But that's not my question. That's why I'm asking you to answer my question.
Yeah, actually is 100% attributed to you because in this scenario, the little girl said, it's because of you I am getting ice cream. It's 100% attributed to her.
Does that mean that your intention was to get people to eat vanilla ice cream?
Again, not necessarily.
No.
But it could have been.
Yeah, it could have been. But I'm telling you, no, I never made that claim. I'm telling you who made the claim.
Okay, so let me ask you the question here. Would you have the intention for Brian to convert? Would you rather have the intention that he does or not?
You mean if he was going to convert to Christianity, would I prefer it was Orthodoxy? Yeah.
That's not really my question. My question is, if you were the person to be the catalyst for that, would you want that to be the case? Or would you prefer that he doesn't convert?
I don't understand the question.
Well, if it's a binary, Andrew, that either he doesn't convert or he does, and it's because of you.
Oh, yeah. If the only reason he would convert was because of me, then yeah, I'd prefer that.
Okay. So you would prefer to convert people to Eastern Orthodoxy, Christianity, or whatever sect, right?
Yeah, if they want to convert to
So why are
Christianity.
you trying to push yourself away from it?
I'm not pushing myself away from it. So here's your multitude of claims. Claim one, you are running some type of religious channel. I'm clearly not. Never have. Never marketed myself that way. By the way, had several discussions with my priest about this. Okay, where we've discussed, look, I don't want to have a religious channel, though I am Orthodox, right? There's plenty of Orthodox apologists, and I think that they're far more skilled than I am in relaying Orthodox messaging. I don't want to do a religious channel. I'm a political debater, and that's where I hang my hat. I've talked about this ad nauseum. I'm not running some conversion campaign. I never have. Now, a side effect of me speaking is a lot of people seem to want to convert to Orthodoxy. Great. I have no problem with that. But the intention of the channel is not. That's a side effect, not the intent.
So what is it a side effect of? I know that you mentioned your
political. It's a side effect. It's a side effect of my arguments, and it's a side effect of the grounding foundation of my epistemology, likely that moves people that direction.
No problem. So couldn't we say then, Andrew, that part of what your channel does is promote Christianity?
No,
that's what I.
No, it's not. God, this guy's fucking retarded. I swear to fucking God, this is really pissing me off. I don't know why, but it just pisses me off. Maybe it's just because the guy's face pisses me off. I don't know, but like it's so low IQ to be like, well, because of your epistemology, the basis of your epistemology, and because you're just a really good debater, you know, and you do a channel, you're promoting Christianity, even if it's a small part. No, that's not even true at all. Okay, for him to promote Christianity, he would have to promote it by doing videos on it, by talking about it extensively. Like that's not what it's about at all. You fucking idiots. His channel is about debates. Anyone who watches the channel, anyone who looks through the Crucible, all they're going to see is debates. Okay, so let's do this demonstration for fucking sake, because he's a fucking idiot. I don't know why this guy pisses me off so much. Maybe it's because I've listened to this a couple times, and his logic is just fucking retarded. Maybe that's why. All right. All right, so here's the Crucible. All right, now, without knowing anything about about Andrew, all right, we're gonna click on his videos. Okay, so this is his videos. All right, now we're gonna scroll through them. Okay, here we go. Scrolling through them, 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 scrolling through them. Continue to scroll. We're scrolling. Okay, scrolling. Continuing to scroll. Just real quick. Just doing something real quick. Okay. All right, so we scroll through all the videos. Is there anything in these videos about him promoting Christianity? Would anything lead to someone to believe that this is a Christian channel? Okay. Through his videos, okay? Or would you think more that this was a debate channel, okay? Where he sometimes debates Christians. Okay, so you're like, this is, would this be a Christian? Would this show that this is a Christian channel? TikTok preacher don't believe Christians can sin. Okay, so that's him. That would show that's a Christian channel, right? It mentions Christianity. Let's see. Okay, so escorting minister teaches Andrew about religion. Does that show that this is a Christian channel? Okay, now we'll go to the live. All right, so live. Watch party. Redeemers versus. How to burn bridges versus. So there we go. From live and videos. All we've got is verses. It's all it's been. So if you're a reasonable person, if you look at the Crucible, okay, just look at it from its out face, okay? Would you think that is a Christian channel? Okay. Would you? Now, based on this debate here right now, all right, prior to the talk of Christianity, would you think this was a Christian channel? Like, this logic here makes no sense. Just because Andrew's Christian doesn't mean he's promoting Christianity. The side effect may be that sometimes there's some Christian shit that happens like that. Maybe like even later on, Andrew admits like tangentially, maybe if you make it, if there's a, someone who sends a super chat asking about Christianity and he says something about it, that may be a promotion, but I don't think so. Okay. It's just, again, a side effect of being, who you are and answering questions.
I do, not the channel.
Well, do you not appear on your channel? Who else runs your channel if not you?
Well, I don't know if you knew this, but there's partners in the Crucible. I don't know why you think that this was a solo operation. That's only recent, by the way, that's even changed. That's the only reason that's even changed. So I don't know where you came up with this idea. For one thing, the Crucible started with me and a guy named Pedro. Pedro was a Calvinist. He was a Calvinist, and I'm an Orthodox. And he would have all sorts of different. He would go live at night all the time to talk about Calvinism and Calvinist beliefs. I never. It's a form of Christianity. Calvinism. It's Protestantism. It has nothing to do with. It's like the opposite of Orthodoxy. So the thing is like he would do that all the time. All the time. There's tons of people who've come on this program who have secular views, all sorts of different views. The Crucible has never been about the promotion of orthodoxy. That is a side effect, likely, of me debating. But can you explain to me when it is that I've ever declared this to be an orthodox apologetics channel?
Well, hold on. Nobody has to make a declaration in order to influence. I don't need to make a declaration about my channel in order to make an influence upon people watching.
You keep on saying that if there's a side effect, of me debating or something like this, okay, and people come to orthodoxy because I do debates, that means that my intention was to utilize the channel to drive them towards orthodoxy.
Well, hold on, Andrew. Doesn't Christianity promote the idea of promoting Christianity to others? Wouldn't you be fulfilling your Christian, I don't know, duty by doing so?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I would have to use my entertainment platform to do that.
Well, I agree. I'm not saying that you have to. I'm just asking, would that be? So then why would you not want to promote it?
Well within Christian ethics. But my channel has never been about a singular religion. Nobody's barred here for being a Calvinist or being anything other than Orthodox.
Have you made argumentation for other religions regularly, or is it typically just for Christianity? Because I understand that obviously other viewpoints are discussed on your channel. Nobody said that wasn't the case. The topic is whether or not you're promoting it on one end and yet falling back on the other end, saying, "Well, no, I'm just saying entertainment."
Okay, so let me give like the best faith interpretation of this I possibly can for the sake of argument, because I'm trying to figure this out, and I think I got it. I think what you're asking me is this, Andrew, because you're an Orthodox Christian and it is your channel. So there's like an ancillary or tangential portion of this, which is going to be a promotion of orthodoxy, whether you like it or not, essentially. Because if that's the claim, then yeah, I guess I can kind of just agree that that's true, but I'm not really sure what the fuck it means.
Okay, so you promote it incidentally, you're saying. It's not purposely, it's just incidentally you promote it.
I mean, sometimes it could be purposeful. If somebody sends me a super chat and asks me a question about it, I guess that would be purposeful or intentional, but I just don't know what the fuck.
It's like a very low tier, like, maybe like a 5th degree separation of it. Okay, it's literally the only reason he's promoting it in basis view is because he is Orthodox Christian, and sometimes he talks about it when there's a super chat asking, like if a super chat might ask, "What denomination of Christian are you?" and he says, "I'm an Orthodox Christian." I guess you can try and interpret that as promoting Christianity, but the basis in his whole channel has nothing to do with Christianity or Orthodoxy Christianity, for that matter.
What that has to do with anything?
Well, the way that you're framing it, you can argue that it doesn't have to do with anything, as you are. The way that I'm framing it, that it is an intention, but you're saying, no, it's not an intention. It's just a
I'm saying that maybe...
Again, you'd have to prove the intention. And then Andrew here is giving the best faith at all, actually. He's been good faith this entire time, because he's like, maybe if there's like a super chat asking about it, that could be considered promotion, but I don't think that's the core basis or the intention, or an intentional promotion. But that's not the core basis, and that's not what the foundation of the channel is.
I mean, I'm saying maybe it could be. I guess it's an ancillary intention. Sometimes there is some intention behind it, depending on circumstances. But
okay, so why was that so hard to say then?
Because I was trying to figure out what the fuck you're even talking about.
Well, I think you knew what I was talking about.
I tried my best to give you the best faith interpretation I possibly could, steel man's your position, and then conceded to any of the points that I thought would be as good faith as possible. Okay, and you're still fucking whining.
Nobody's whining about anything, Andrew. So moving on.
Okay, moving on.
Setting up super chat dono goals of $10 or $15,000 to travel a few states. I would say that's a misrepresentation to your audience. Does it cost $10,000 to go on a couple-hour flight or a few-hour car drive?
Sometimes, but not all the time.
Sometimes? No. Name one of those times that it took $10,000 for you to travel a few states. I think we'd all be very
That was when I went in the triathlon. I went to Santa Barbara, and then from Santa Barbara I went to Miami, then from Miami to New York, and then from New York back to Miami, and then from there home, and I took my cameraman with me. That was actually about $11,500. Yeah,
like first class, or
no, not like first class. I don't think you understand how expensive Miami is, especially when you have.
I do actually. I spent some time down there
because again, it's not just It's flights. Okay, it's flights there and around. It's hotel stays. Okay, it's eating. Okay, it's a rental car or taxi costs. Like there's a bunch of costs. Like, and this is how you know Base doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He doesn't understand the expense of actually traveling traveling and how long it may take. And again, it's hold on. Andrew's going to address that in a second, so I'm not going to get into it.
When's the last time you went on vacation with a family? So if you just went on a vacation with 3 other people for 3 days to Disney or something, it likely would cost you $10,000 or $12,000. But that aside, what's really funny about this is you must not watch those streams, because what I say all the time is it's a vacation fund. It's for me to go have some fun. We're fucking off, right? I've never once said all of this cash that we raise is going to go 100% to me traveling to this area. But even if I did, who gives a shit? And on top of that, Base, let me ask you this question. In what way would this ever be problematic, unless you're saying that the audience is so fucking stupid that they don't think that me raising $10,000 or $15,000 is okay? Why would they keep donating to it? Why would they do that?
Well, I don't know that they keep. I don't know. Maybe it's different people each time. How would I know that or care?
Do you think so you just think it's a new influx of people every time?
No, I didn't say I think anything. I'm saying I don't know. I don't know if it's the same people. I don't know if it's different people. I don't know that that's really relevant. But you're saying, well,
now here's what I would say would be a grift. If you can make this case, that anytime I've raised money to travel somewhere, to deliver content that I said I was going to travel and deliver, that I haven't done that. Can you name a single instance of a time where I've said, I'm raising money, I'm going to go to this location, and I'm going to provide this content to you? Has there been a single time that I've raised that money and then have not flown out to do that content?
Yeah, so I would say a good example is the first meeting with Fresh and Fit, where you put out the idea that you would be giving them hard pushback and really drilling down on where.
No. This is two separate. Wait. We can get to that. But
well, how is it separate? Wait.
Well, I'm going to separate. The question I asked you is, I did say I was going to fly out to Miami, go on Fresh and Fit, and then I did, right?
No. You said to fulfill what you claimed you were setting forth.
That was just that I was going to go on Fresh and Fit. That was it.
Oh, really? That's all that you said?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all that you said. I'm just.
Can you prove that's not what he said, Based?
Going to go on Fresh and Fit, and everyone said, okay, all right, so here's another lie.
In fact, they demanded it. They demanded
that you didn't say anything else.
Yeah, show
I'm going on Fresh and Fit.
Proof. And by the way, I did provide pushback on Fresh and Fit. Have you?
Oh, you provided the pushback of, hey, send in your super chats and send your follows to Fresh and Fit.
Yeah,
somehow that's a pushback.
I'm sorry. Hang on a second. Hey, Sarah, would you say that you and I agree on everything?
No, sir.
Okay, chat, please go over there, since Sarah is moderating this debate, and send some super chats over there. That would be awful nice, because she took the time out of her day. So now I'm grifting, right, Base?
Oh, so it took that example for you to do this?
Are you going to answer my question? Am I now grifting? Because I just told my chat to go over to this person who I don't agree with.
So do we need to go over the definition?
Answer my fucking question, Base.
No, it's not grifting.
Why? What's the difference? What's the difference?
What do you mean? What is the difference?
What's the difference? From Sarah, who I disagree with, and think that she promotes degeneracy also. Literally think that.
Is what you told your audience.
I literally think that she promotes. I literally think that she promotes degeneracy also. Okay, and yet I just told my chat to go over there and support her because she was hosting this debate. What's the difference?
Yes, again, you set forth with your audience that you would be pushing back all of their ideas. No,
I did push back their ideas. Yeah, I did.
What did you push back with?
All right. So I thought this was important. So I'm just going to bring this up. All right. This is from Back to the Roots channel. It's Andrew Wilson's fly to Miami calls out Myron telling men to have 50 body counts. This is a video of it. Okay. We're just going to see 1.5. Speed it. Put on the captions, and let's see
troubles. So, for instance, I know you're infamous for this, right? But the have sex with 50 women thing, right?
Yeah.
Just so I make sure I don't get this position wrong, but I can give you like a counterexample of what I'm saying.
Yeah, sure.
Can you lay your position on that out?
Why?
Yeah.
Okay. So we would agree, right, that the dating marketplace has changed.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Women have changed, right? They think they're equal to you, the egalitarian thing that we talked about before. So since the dating marketplace has changed significantly and women have more sexual experience now than ever before because they think they're men and they can have sex and have relationships just like men, etc., and be promiscuous and not deal with the same ramifications. What guys have to do is kind of go in and understand how women operate in today's day and age. And I think a good way to do that, right? Obviously, there's a multitude of ways, but one way to do it is obviously to have experience so that you're not getting into a relationship or a situation with a woman and you're not aware of her nature and you don't know how to deal with it. I like to use the analogy all the time. If you got a boxing match, right, in 5 years, right, with a very good and skilled opponent, well, what are you going to do? Are you going to play video games the whole time, or are you going to train and get ready for the biggest fight of your life, which I look at as marriage?
So it makes you worldly,
yes.
Right? And
yeah.
So I think we don't disagree that that's true.
Yeah.
The Christian ethics pushback to this would be, but wait, this is a requirement or something which is helpful to make you a high value man.
Yeah.
Well, this in turn would give this hoe value.
So there we go. Now it's a 30-minute clip, so I'm not going to play it all. But here's Andrew pushing back on Myron's stance. So there you go. We just shown a proven fact that Andrew Wilson did push back on Fresh and Fit.
with.
So I completely annihilated Myron Gaines' argument for the multiple. You must have sex with multiple women in order to be a high status man. I annihilated it. In fact, it's been widely used ever since then as pushback against him. I don't remember you coming up with any arguments. I don't remember you going out to Miami and giving any pushback. I don't remember you doing anything except bitching on the internet about me.
That's all you remember? With all of my content that you watch, that's all that you remember?
All your content's about me.
All my content's about you.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like everything you put out's about me.
Okay, prove that claim, Andrew.
Okay, what was your last community post? Who was that about?
This debate?
Yeah, what about the one before that?
I don't remember.
Was it about me, Base?
Probably.
Yeah, probably. You talk about me a lot, don't you?
Why would I not put up a community post?
Yeah, you talk.
Hey, we had this debate set up, Andrew.
You didn't know yesterday. So anyway, until way late in the day. So the thing is, Base, is like, you make a lot of content about me. Sorry, you do.
And do you make
live
a lot
in that
of content about me? I've seen you on various streams mentioning my name.
never
on my
channel. On my channel, I've never.
No, I didn't ask about your channel. On other streams, have you not?
So
if
I'm on somebody else's stream and they bring you up, I'm at the mercy of their content creation, not my own.
Was that it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When do I bring you up, Base? When do I make content about you? If you want to take, for instance,
Grid
all
Ones,
of your...
Glen Lawrence, Speakeasy.
You mean they're making content? You mean they're making content?
Yeah, which you add to. Do you think that you're not making content?
Do I control the subject matter?
No, you control what comes out of your mouth.
Yeah,
Andrew.
but they bring you.
So apparently, basis is that if Andrew speaks about him, then he's making content about it. Like this is a dumb argument.
Up, not me.
Oh, okay. So somebody else brought me up.
Yeah.
And therefore, you basically didn't do anything.
Yeah, they asked me questions about you and I answer them.
Oh, so that's the only way that my name has come up.
I don't bring you up. No, you're not interested.
So you have not brought me up unless somebody else brought me up.
Not to my knowledge.
Really?
Yeah, not to my knowledge.
See, look at this. There's a smug. Oh, really? It's like, you got any proof to back that up? You can't make claims and not prove it. This is why this guy is a fucking liar and a grifter. He's grifting by saying, I'm coming out and exposing Andrew Wilson for a liar and a grifter. He's not doing that at all. He's like, oh, really? You've never talked about, you've never, blah, 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 blah. Unless you got proof. He's like, to my knowledge, I don't remember ever doing it.
So not a few days ago with Dennison and Grid One. Glenn Lawrence?
No, I'm sure that one of them probably brought you up first.
Well, they actually didn't.
Base, the reason that I don't bring you up and the reason that I don't care is because
a clip of that based.
Because you're a fucking. I'm not trying to be mean here, okay? But you're an 8-viewer fucking channel, Base. I don't give a fuck about you. The only reason I'm doing this debate right this second is because my wife was going on Tim Pool and I had content lined up this morning, but for some reason they made it a record only. So I was like, well, I guess I can do this fucking debate. So we have something, so that there's something we can do. That's it. Other than that, you're just not a very interesting guy. And that's not even me trying to be personal.
I'm so not interesting that the last 4 times we've spoken, each time has been you reaching out to me through one method or another.
Yeah, well, people have been wanting this debate, so I gave it to them.
Oh, so that's the real reason.
Yeah, well, that's always
so it's not the other reason that you just gave. It's because of that.
What was the other reason I just gave?
What was it, Andrew? That
you tell me. You just said there was some. You just said there was some alternative fucking reason.
No. Right, that your plans got messed up, whatever, and this
is
something to do.
Yeah, that was it. That's the only reason I did it. Yeah,
that was the only reason. Yet you just said no. Everyone wanted this.
Yes, there's people who've been asking for the debate. When the opportunity came up,
here's more of Andrew talking out of both sides of his mouth.
Talking on the same side. When the opportunity came up, okay.
So 2 things can be true at once. Okay, he could have a bunch of people asking for it. Doesn't mean he does anything about it. He had he had one section. He had content lined up. It didn't end up happening because he ended up at it was a record only type situation. And they did, they weren't going to do it live. So he's like, all right, fuck, I'm screwed for content. And then he's like, well, people have been asking for this, so I might as well just do it now because I got some free time. It's basically all that happened. And then Base is like, oh, well, it's because, people like you talking. No, it's the same thing. It's the same line of thought. The line of thought A is there, I got no content because, they decided to do record only. Following that line, is like, well, I guess people have been asking for this. I might as well just do this debate now that I have some free time. Same line of thought, same side.
Okay, people have asked me for it many times on my Discord. The opportunity came up where I had the time, and I was kind of screwed on content this morning. So I knew I was going to be because they told me early on. I reached out to Sarah yesterday. She organized it one day. I don't understand what's not consistent here in Base Oracle's brain.
I just explained it.
You didn't explain anything.
Nothing to the point.
You explained nothing.
Yeah, your people wanted it, not that you were bored and had no content. There's a difference.
Look, people have wanted it probably for a bit, and he only did it when he didn't have content to do. That's what it is. Like, he's probably had people asking for it for a while. It wasn't like it was just sitting there and didn't have it. He had no content at all lined up. And then some people just debate based Oracle. No, it was he had content lined up. It got screwed for the last couple, weeks or so, whatever. People have been asking for this debate, and Andrew's like, all right, I'll do it. He's like, oh, I got some free time. This is a dumb line.
Both of these things are true at the same
Oh,
time.
so it's both
Both
reasons.
things
You
are
just
true at
said
the
the
same time.
only reason was
The only
but now
reason that
it's
this
both.
debate is happening today is because of the Tim Pool. Yes. However, there are people who have been requesting that this debate happen. And so I went ahead when I had time and I got the debate together and I did the debate, which we're doing right now, which you're losing badly in. We're doing all of those. All those
I'm
things are
losing
true.
badly in.
Mhm.
Yes, Andrew has proven a bunch of facts. You have proven nothing. Lost.
You've lied several times.
You
already.
have
Let me show you how bad he's actually based Oracle has lost. Okay, these are. What the fuck? Hold on. Transcript show. Hold on. All right, here are the comments. Okay, this is highly entertaining. Okay, that's me. So no debate. Shows base is a fucking Grifter cloud chaser. Another big win for Andrew. Andrew win. 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 Andrew. So there we go. like there we go. It's very clear that you lost, and everyone agrees so. Simple as that. All right, that's all I got for the day. I didn't expect this to go as long. I thought 2 hours would be enough. I should know I end up talking way more. And of course, I'd go back those 30 minutes. It's hot as hell in my fucking basement here because it's fucking hot. So we're gonna call that a day. I'll probably finish this up tomorrow. And yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed the content. Hope you had a great day. And yeah. And what do you think so far? You think Based Oracle is doing a good job? Okay. Or do you think that he's just a fucking idiot? Because that's all I think. I think he's a fucking idiot. All right. I hope you have a good day. And yeah, make sure you give me a follow, like, and I hope you like the content. Peace out, and I'll see you later. Peace.